Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I'm surprised that we're back.
We have some special guests here.
We do indeed.
We have the Bart Merrick team sitting on a couch with their own pillows.
Which is really odd.
Which is,
I mean, these guys, they talk about egos. The Bart Merrick team, they bring their own pillows.
Bart Merrick.
They send us every, is it Christmas that Bart and Crystal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Send us the Bart and Crystal pillows. I have become so attached to the Bart and Crystal. Crystal, if you may throw one to me, I want to show it on the camera for folks. Look at that. Look at this. That is the Bart Merrick team. There's a photo. It's a Bart Merrick team pillow. We should make a bunch of these, and if you use the Bart Merrick team, you get one of these.
That's so weird.
I think people,
Like, hey, those are my realtors on a pillow on my couch.
I think
yeah, people would want them.
Well, let's make it even weirder. I'll drive to your house and give it to you a month after the whole thing's when you've forgotten about it.
Let's make
I'll
it
just drive
weirder.
your-
Let's make them body pillows.
Oh, long.
All right. You know what? That's
You
a
can
good
cuddle.
That's a good producer. A producer that will say something weird and inappropriate to take the heat off of you.
Yeah, it's a full-length standing
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
It's
Bart
just
tall.
No, hold on. We have lately the Bart Merrick
Actual-
team's here and they've been with us for a very long time, and we're glad that they have. Because they basically Bart at some point was single-handedly propping up our company, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, isn't he like one of your first
Yes.
advertisers?
Yeah.
Yes.
well, that
He's the one that Tom didn't believe in. And,
The word about.
There word bug in there,
and John the alarm guy.
Didn't last.
only
That
only
Patty
one
Shanks.
made it.
Yeah, Bart made it out.
Yeah,
He's
Bart
a
made
lone
it.
survivor.
So we had 4 of our top tier clients. We had the Bart Merrick team.
Yeah.
We had John the alarm guy with To Be Safe.
Yeah.
And then we had Caddy Shanks, which was a virtual golf themed bar.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one? Word
Word-a-bug.
which was a word.
Don't even know what it was.
It was a word search Apple game
Yeah.
app. Game
Yeah,
app.
Bart made it to the town and then blended in with the townies.
He did. He
Made
navigated
it.
his way through.
Then the helicopter comes. Oh, he starts. They start.
When you
murdering
said
everybody.
helicopter, the actual vessel, the flying machine, was not the first thing I thought of. I went straight to ding dongs.
Okay, come on. Sorry, Bart.
He's
Sorry.
We're
laughing.
professionals here. How dare you?
Yeah, well, your boss was laughing.
So, I know that you guys have been busy just because
Crystal's calendar is
I live with one part of
Wait,
it.
are you looking at my calendar?
Well, because we all have the
I
group
know.
calendar. It's just like closing, selling, pictures, closing. It's like, it's too crazy. We get to F off around here. Like, this guy, he ain't doing nothing. Let me
And
tell
that
you.
the guy over there
Oh,
who's
man.
doing less than
And he's
me.
like Tom White.
How did you do less than nothing? You start doing something again.
Hashtag up to nothing.
Less than nothing, you go back to something.
That's fantastic.
Anyway, sorry. All right. So why are you so busy? What's happening?
What kind of question?
This is the best
I don't
commercial.
know. It's something's
It
happening.
has been really busy.
It has been.
It's been busy everywhere.
Yeah. Our January we usually have like two contracts or so in January we've got 10.
Wow.
Congratulations,
That's a
guys.
lot.
That's awesome.
Is it because, like, obviously pandemic, and then there's something about the beginning of the year, people were like, oh, I'm going to wait, and then the beginning of the year was like a mark for them, and they're like, I'm going to do it now?
I think it's a couple different things. Last year, when normally our busy season would be March through about June, and that's based largely on the school cycle. When kids get out of school for the summer, it's just the time of year most parents tend to sell their homes and buy new ones. Because it didn't happen last year, I think a lot of those people that were going to sell or buy something last year now push it off till this year. So it's just a snowball effect of what we would normally have. Plus that, I also think there's an element that a lot of people, because of COVID, maybe their lifestyle changed where they're not working, or maybe they can work remotely now.
Yeah, I went full gay during COVID.
Yeah.
I'd only been half gay up to that point, but I gotta tell you, it's a better way to live.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I'm rich.
But I think people may have made some changes. So they maybe they want to live somewhere else. Maybe they want to move out of state. Maybe they want to move in. Maybe want something bigger, smaller. It's just there's been a lot of changes in people's lives in the last year, and that reflects through the business.
So is it too like that people now maybe realize that they'll be working from home for possibly forever, or for maybe a bigger chunk of time?
I've never thought about buying a home. Oh my God, that I've never thought. I've never had the thought of, this is the new thing we do. So I need a home that has an accurate or like an adequate office, place for me to kind of.
Yeah, not only the office, but just if you're going to be there a lot, right? Like we're talking about this weekend, right? All of us are trying to make plans for this weekend. It's raining, like you're just stuck at home.
Correct.
Because you're not going to go to an indoor space right now, So you're spending a lot more time at home, and maybe people want different comforts.
But also, like, one of the driving factors of buying a house used to be how close or far it was away from work, your commute. And if you work from home now, now instead of like, well, I had to live near downtown Orlando because of the commute, but I've always wanted to live in Mount Dora my whole life. And then now if you're working from home, you're like, why am I living near downtown Orlando anymore? That was the whole reason I moved here. And then I'll move further away from the city in a bigger house because home values
I guess that changes. I mean, absolutely. If you're remoting in.
Yeah.
And you compound that with low interest rates.
The interest rates are so low.
And I think the economy's it's good for a lot of people, maybe not good for some people, but in general, I think most people are doing all right. So I think there's
but nothing scary like what we, and you were dealing with that years ago. Nothing like that. I mean, it doesn't look.
No.
I always get because I don't, and I think a lot of people are like me, where they do not fully understand markets, how markets work, where they're going, where they do go, where they've been.
No, the move up around here it's genuine. Back in the day, 10, 12 years ago, that was all based on people owning the second, third, fourth investment properties.
Correct. Wasn't real.
Right. It was all on paper. And today, there's there's need for homes.
Yeah.
There's not enough inventory for all the buyers out there.
We see them go on here, Andrea and I do. We're not seriously really looking or anything, but, I guess we're in that dabble phase where you pop up and you look at a few things. It's so fast.
The Zillow phase?
It's just it's just so fast. It's like, that was gone.
Right.
That was gone. And I'm like, so obviously it's why you guys are so busy. Somebody in our Twitch chat room said, 4 weeks they're closing. I don't know if I'm assuming they're a client of yours. And my God.
Is there anything that has to do with, like, I thought about this theory? I'll tell you guys what I believe.
Oh, he's got to give us his theory.
I love this part.
This is the only time I could tell my wife.
Welcome back to theories.
This is always the best part.
So, going along with, like, people.
You guys, when you travel together, must just laugh and laugh.
So,
when you're driving around.
Like, going along with the theory of, like, people now are working from home, so they don't have to live in, like, near
we're old school,
like, near their work, so you don't even have to, because if it's virtual, you don't even have to live in the same state as your work. You can live anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection. So are there people from the Midwest that live in not to call the Midwest
just don't
unfortunate, but this is
God.
For the most part of the year is a flat, cold, barren.
It's kind of gross. Yeah.
Nebraska. I'm thinking of like Nebraska, where John.
They loved living there.
I know, but it's just like cold.
Corn.
And then if you're older, you're like,
corn.
well, I'm going to move to Florida for not only because I can work from anywhere, also because Florida may be looser with Corona, and I'm mad of the state I live in. Like in Florida's.
Some say masks. We say kites.
We do have that reputation within the country. So imagine if you got some mad people that are living in a state that they're locked down, they're just going to be like, well, screw it. I'm working from home. I'm moving to Florida.
The Midwest states are not the ones that are locked down, though.
Yeah.
But it's the Northeast.
Well,
because who wants to go outside there?
But even the Northeast is
true.
like, I'm moving to Florida. So
Yuck.
Has there been any people just moving to Florida because of the situation?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been we've seen it here in Florida. But Carrie and I own investment property out in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yeah.
And she bought that 2 years ago, and we were planning on keeping it as an Airbnb, and we just got it fixed up. And we were out there recently, and it's more than almost tripled in price since she first purchased it 2 years ago.
That's where Dan Cummins lives,
right?
right?
Mm-hmm. And it's been a lot of people from California and Washington State moving over because there's different taxes in Idaho. And it's a pretty place. It's like, I don't want to call it the Pacific Northwest, but it's got that Montana, Pacific Northwest kind of blend to it. And it's pretty, and it's cheap, and it's nice.
Idaho's governor, though. Bit of a dictator.
But they're getting a ton of people moving out there. Same way we are here. We tend to draw more from the Northeast, obviously, like New England, New York. But we're definitely seeing more and more of that.
So, in all intents and purposes, housing prices look like, me and Crystal talk about this all the time. It just looks like it's steadily going up, and there's no reason they'll ever go down because why? If you know, I don't see it.
Well, as long as there's demand to move in here, like we listed a property yesterday, and up in Deltona, very nice Deltona house.
It's really beautiful.
Probably one of the nicest Deltona house I've ever listed. I'll put it that way.
God, it must have a toilet.
And we put it on at 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon. We got 10, 11 showings going for it today. And
My God.
It'll just be a constant show all weekend. And what will happen is we'll start collecting offers on it probably tonight, tomorrow. Probably sit on it till about Sunday and see what we get. But it'll just be what can we get above what we're asking and based on the conditions they're offering. You know, we're seeing stuff where we'll go out, like for this one, we're asking $275. You know, we'll probably get into the 280s. And we'll try to get something cash. You know, at the very least, we'll take some type of preferred financing with it.
Yeah.
But I've seen the house, and it's a nice house. It's nice. And that house put into, let's say, Winter Park, not the good part, but you know the top, the top.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you got the address, man. It looks
Well,
like Winter
every park
you
has
know,
a fence.
yeah, or like it's that you take that same house and it's, I mean, double the price. You know, so,
I don't know.
I don't know about double, but
Yeah,
location
yeah.
is really important to people. So yeah, of course, the better the location, the higher the price.
I just feel like if you lived and you and your spouse are working from home, right, and you have a house, and you're
At
like,
the same time,
you're like, wow, my house is now valued. Like you say, you live in a favorable neighborhood,
Sure.
but it's a smaller, like old Florida home. But you're like, this house is worth $400,000. I can go buy a house for $400,000 and out in the sticks.
Yeah.
And if I'm working from home and get nearly a mansion or something, or not a mansion, but you know what I'm saying, something that looks like
I mean, more room, certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Bigger
make the dwelling
property.
bigger. Some people like to sprawl a little bit. You know, I've never been that person. Kind of investigating that a little bit. Some people like to have just their own thing. You know, like
property.
I know a lot of people that even
Can't
living.
see your neighbors, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like I live in a townhome. I know that's not for everybody. I know you've been there and done that. You know.
I'm ready to get out of that.
Yeah, I think I'm ready maybe to explore a little more area. I want to, kind of fence off my property, not let people come in and just hang old poster board with my personal beliefs scrawled on it all throughout the trees. And I want people to call me the crazy little guy. I'm going to start smoking again. And I'm going to collect a lot of guns before you take them.
You need to bring back the chimney and then burn things
Yeah.
to make Andrea angry.
Chimney, I'm gonna have a perpetual fire out there. It might as well be JFK's grave. It will be burning always. Eternal flame. I'll be out there
Bright
burning
green
something,
plastic.
and then if you stop by, you're welcome to burn. Just bring a cold beer, and then I'll tell you what Q's been up to, and we'll burn everything. We'll just burn it all. It sounds like an okay life. Fence it around, and I just stay there and just burn everything I have until I die. It's not bad.
Are like city living, I guess condos and apartments, are they going down in price? Are they holding steady? How does that work?
It depends on the condo building, but we're not really building much in terms of condos in downtown Orlando. A lot of what you see going up down there is apartments. So the condo market really hasn't grown in its inventory very much. But I will tell you, just having living in a condo down there, I kind of follow the prices. It really hasn't gone up the same way single-family homes has. You know, what's really gone up in demand and value are single-family homes, 3-bedroom, 2-bath or bigger, 1,700 square feet-ish or bigger, in good condition, move-in ready for the most part, priced $250 to $350. Somewhere in about that range is what
That's where it's
at.
really
Sweet spot.
really
And
hot.
if you combo that with a good school district, boom.
Gotcha. Yeah, the multiple offers.
Yeah.
That's like pairing an Outback special with a loaded baked potato.
It's amazing how you
I'm serious. It's perfect. Kabam! Money.
can have these days. You can have two of the same layout, same house, pretty much the same condition, but one is, decorated nicely, painted nicely, like they upgraded the tile and the backsplash and in the bathrooms, and the price difference is crazy. Like if somebody walks in and they really like the way the house feels and looks, they'll be willing to spend a lot more than the one that needs work. Nobody wants to do work.
Okay, then that's changed in the past 10 or 15 years, right?
10 years ago, everyone wanted to do their own thing. Now they want to walk in, move in ready.
Okay, so it actually...
And you know what's funny is that I change as a human, too. I used to think that you have a type that you want, but no, it's based on what you're going through at that time, right?
Yeah.
Like what your life journey is, I guess.
Absolutely.
And
that sounds really corny. I should leave.
No, but people, people.
That's terrible.
It's true. I mean, people buy their, they buy their forever home, and their kids are, 8 years old or whatever, and they
Right.
buy a 4-bedroom house. When the kids are eventually going to move out, and then you're going to be old at some point. You don't need a giant 4-bedroom house with a pool and a big yard. So yeah, your life changes and
that.
your needs
I tried
change.
to tell my mom that. No,
I'm
seriously.
never selling. I'm gonna sit by hot tub.
I do love our house.
You are like, I love your house. I think your
and
kitchen
you can
is
fill
phenomenal.
the house full of just whatever you want.
The kitchen is my favorite
Leave
place.
a path to
And-
my computer. And then
Old Dell.
I'll walk outside. I'll bathe in the hot tub.
My mom did that. She would not downsize.
I feel like that's like an old school thing, though. I mean,
That is kind of old school.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Like the idea of downsizing. Again, I'm at a different time in my life right now, but the idea of downsizing right now is super exciting to me. If Andrea said, "Hey, I sold the house. I got a lot of money for it, and we're moving to an even smaller place, and Maisie's just moving out," I'd be like, "Wow!" You know, like, I mean, it's exciting. You know, like, I don't know.
I would have upsized, bigger, better,
Yeah.
huge. As soon as kids move out, I'll be like airplane hangar, and then my little apartment in the back.
I do like that too. That's a trend I've been seeing online where guys, single guys, like old maid, but your guy version, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
your old spinster, or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
my pop.
Yeah, well, they will buy land, build a tiny one-room, all-purpose living dwelling that has like an open bathroom, your diarrhea, everything's open, you know, and they just live in that, and then they have
in their
land-
gigantic
Yes,
garage.
in their
or-
gigantic garage, and that is a trend that's happening right now. They'll do like on one corner, it's like CrossFit gym, all my guns, my 57 Chevy, my truck, you know, and they have all their
airboat.
man.
I want one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I know.
sounds
why?
cool.
That sounds awful.
It's men. It's like
You're gonna sleep next to your sweaty equipment
yes,
and toilet. No,
yes,
thank you.
you sleep everything.
Yeah.
Everything is like, yeah.
I
it's
need all my different rooms. I'm running out of space.
I got my-
I'm about to buy new beds for the kids.
I got
No,
my
don't buy it.
what's his name? Joe Rogan. I got a monkey face kettlebell collection. I got it all. I got all the stuff that when girls see it, they're like, yuck. You are a gross man.
Now, speaking with like you know doing some work before you sell your house, I think they should talk to you guys first before they start. You know, because I feel like people they're like, I'm going to sell my house first. I'm going to redo my
Ceiling
kitchen
fans.
and then my bathroom and stuff, and like do all this, and then it may not make that you may be doing too much or more than you have
Can
to.
you
right?
make your questions a little smaller? Your wife's phone is ringing off the hook. She's busy.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, I think that's Bart's phone actually.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, my God.
like, you shouldn't just go start redoing your kitchen, the whole house for
Well,
sale.
no, yeah. We should definitely just have us come over first.
Yeah,
Have us come talk to you because I have seen women. I say women because it would happen this one. This one woman. I should have said that.
What are they doing?
No, stop. It's this one. It was this one woman. It
They
was
start
this one-
painting and
What
cleaning.
are they,
and-
breastfeeding in public?
Stop. It was this one woman, and she reminded me of my aunt, and she was really nice. I spent a lot of time talking to her on the phone.
Lauren?
She ended up spending like $80,000 to redo her house, and this is a couple years ago when things were different.
And that
but
was just upgraded bird cages.
it was too much. That was too much. She was never going to get that back out of it. There's certain places.
or
in
it's
your-
exactly equal. Then just like, why'd you
Why'd
do
you
this?
do this? Right.
You were $80,000
I like
more.
to
Right,
go-
took you 6 months and all this money, but there's certain places in your house that will help, and there's certain places that won't.
Yeah.
Spend money on the tried and true stuff like your ceiling fans, wallpaper, carpet, and go big.
Wallpaper's really big right now. People love
usually-
wallpaper everywhere.
No, I love wallpaper too,
I'm
but I
kidding.
mean like not before you sell.
I'm
You're
kidding,
like,
it's
I'm
not
putting
in.
up all clowns.
Do not do wallpaper.
I love wallpaper because my dad was really good at it. I actually like your wallpaper. I hope you don't take it down.
Oh,
It's coming.
welcome
No.
to the jungle. Every
Crystal, you know what you are? You're cooking vegetarian, baby. You're gonna live a long time.
every day I run into my house like a Predators linebacker.
I wanted it to be jungle-y. Tropical and jungle-y.
I'm like, where's the smoke?
I did not take my own advice, and I did put wallpaper. But I regret it.
Why? I think it looks nice.
It's all right.
You know, it's
a little
it's
busy.
just I think it's all this nice stuff, and here's like,
You walk in there. I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. Come on, everybody, let me do that conga.
It's like when people win the lottery and then they buy a mansion and they put like marble statues next to
Well,
the
it's
pool.
like- it's like the first
it's like
thing I
you didn't need to do that. These things I know they're $100,000, but it actually makes it look more trashy.
It's the first thing I did when I moved in.
It makes it look worse.
I bought a golden rotating Fresh Prince of Bel-Air throne. And then
I've seen it. The electricity spins 24 hours.
You can't sit on it except when it's upright. They trick you.
You only have a couple minutes.
Yeah, they trick you. You sit in it and it starts to turn and you fall out. It's a design flaw.
I got to 9 o'clock and then it just, spill out. Anyway, sorry. The first step is what again? Just so people
stop
know.
Stop drinking. That's the first. And the second step, we're going to have to do a lot of apologies.
No, if people are looking to sell their house, I know you can't tell them not to. They go to Zillow and they see their home price and they're like, I'm rich, because they have no idea.
I don't like how much stuff. I go to Zillow and then there's it's like me half nude on my balcony, a photo. I'm like, when did they take that?
That number may or may not be accurate, right? First off.
Zillow estimate?
Yeah.
It just depends on the neighborhood. Like, honestly, Daniel's neighborhood, they
probably
probably
pretty
are
spot
pretty accurate. Yeah, because
The
things
houses
are
are
so
so
similar.
similar.
They're all built around the same time.
that's
The square
true.
footage is the same. But
The analogy I like to use is if you have a street where one side of the street is on a lake and the other side is not, what Zillow is going to do is it's going to underprice the stuff on the lake and it's going to overprice the stuff that's not because it's going to homogenize everything.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because in neighborhoods are so. I mean, look. Let's talk about the monstrosity that's being sold at the end of my cul-de-sac.
Oh, somebody bought it?
No, it's still-
no. It
still
keeps
listed.
like
They keep dropping
That's going to be
price.
for sale for a while.
Yeah.
What price? Like, do you think I could guess it if me and Bart bet some money, and we can? You think like whoever
Whoa. You promised me the
Closest
bets.
to
You
the pin
promised me
sell
the bets
price.
would never eat into our
because
client.
What are they at
Listen,
now?
Bart, TC's top bet dollar is like $25.
no, I can go higher. That's just
Don't get scared
He
away.
That's
told me
because of
that
my
you were
system. I
clowning
told
on
you.
his Bovada, and
No,
you're like, why
no.
don't you go big, you pussy? And I'm
you
like,
only
yeah, you pussy.
You got $500 in here. I was nervous for a time there. But
Yeah, I will because it's my system. I told you it's a whole. Anyway,
Where do you think it's going to fall?
Okay, because I figure
Bart's on the
Get to the
lightning.
business.
because I've heard Crystal talk about real estate long enough. I feel like I'm pretty good.
Here we go.
are you
Yeah.
listening? I don't think you're
Not
listening.
only
Of course I'm
is
not,
that-
but I
not only
figured
is that
it out.
wrong, it's also very insulting.
I
your
look
wife.
from Crystal telling me and then knowing some numbers and then adding my gambling
Say, I don't know.
instincts. Huh?
Instincts.
I thought he said in sync.
Ba, ba, ba.
Okay, it's I think
Every word I say is true.
Where's it at now?
it's a 600. Oh no,
No,
$5.99. right?
$5.89.
Oh, dropped another 10.
Woo.
Okay,
Where'd they start at?
$6.15.
What, they're dropping it at $10 a shot? That's gonna. We are gonna be here a while.
This poor lady's doing open house every Saturday, Sunday at that place.
They got-
It's so
Oh,
wait,
overpriced.
whoa,
It's
whoa,
not going
whoa,
to matter.
yo,
that was
got-
a lady
they
who
got-
told me all.
They got Chick-fil-A nuggets.
That's the thing.
I'm
People
gonna
Not
roll
on
through-
Sundays.
I'm gonna roll through there with my brand new, not my real wife, fake tall wife,
all
Samantha.
the people who are leaving,
Chick-fil-A nuggets.
you're on your way
I'm
home
down.
from the skateway. You see an open house sign. You just say, "Oh, I wonder if they got any
You
donuts."
Yeah, you do.
Go in
Yes.
there, get some donuts.
It's just, listen, I know my neighborhood. You got Race Car Man, we got
Sally
Sunshine.
Dr. Gould, Pappy
Yeah,
Gould.
yeah,
there's some
Black
cats.
lady with a knife in her brassiere.
No, she moved out. That's now Race Car Man's house. So
You got the crazy bird lady.
Burley,
She's my favorite.
they show a house around 5 p.m. That's when they start
Oh, that's where
squawking.
they start.
They do
Oh,
at dinner
man.
time.
They start sundown squawking.
Yeah.
It's-
Sundown squawking.
Sorry about that.
No, the sunset
Sparkles wants her
squawk.
num-nums.
They start doing the sunset squawk. Dude, it's so loud. I'm not joking. If inside my house, and this is more than a football field away, I think.
No.
Inside my house, I hear the sunset squawking. So I'm like, oh my god.
How do you tune that out?
Oh, they oh yeah.
No,
They
but
tuned
would
it
you?
out.
Is it so bad that the neighbors you'd be like,
Oh,
I'm so proud of my new house stirring your
I don't know.
spaghetti sauce.
They'll be mad if they spend over $500,000 and they get the sunset squawk. I'm gonna single-handedly drive down the price of those. And then the hearse next door, then me, I'm out. I got my boat.
If you really,
mildew
if you
cream.
really want to freak out, put the
killing my grass.
Put the parrot on Dr. Ghoul's steering wheel so they think that it's driving.
My neighbors like the the French witch scared the hell out of my mailman, and he told me. It's not the it's not the BDM.
Hey, you better get your grandma out of your garage.
No, it's not.
It's the sweet Spanish.
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It's
He
not
got scared.
not the BDM mailman. He knows, but there's a
that
sweet.
guy's an animal.
There's a sweet old Spanish man that is like he's like the I guess the backup or whatever.
No,
I don't know.
he is our mailman. The BDM one is the backup.
Oh, okay. So
Anyway,
anyway,
he's gonna be really offended you said that.
Anyway, he walked by. I left the garage door open, and he's got startled by the.
Keeping a woman
By
in
my
the
leg.
garage.
no, and then he told me he's like that woman that scares me every day. Scary him every day. So there's that. I mean,
All right, let's get
then
down
the cats.
to business.
My God, the cats.
All right, so what is his house?
All right.
Is it 3-2,
It's-
4-2?
It's a 3-3.
With a pool?
The third bathroom it got a deep soaker jacuzzi tub off the Florida room for some reason. It does have a pool, no deck or patio. You have to walk out into the grass to get into this.
I like a they call
Weird.
that nature's cool
They
day.
resodded the whole thing and then never watered it, and all the sod died.
I like a dead crunchy.
So
I
mad
like a
at this
crunchy
house.
sod.
New roof?
Brand new roof. Basically brand new everything, but poor craftsmanship. Like the tiles, when you walk through the house, they crunch. Like because they're not,
they didn't
they're
level
not.
No,
Yeah.
Harry Potts did a quick
No,
job.
no, those are
No,
active
yes.
tiles. They let people know you're coming.
So the interior doors all are in the photos. They look like wood doors.
Yeah.
They're vinyl plank flooring that they peel and stuck to the door
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
it look like a
Very
wood door.
popular. It's called walkable doors.
So now none of the doors close properly. They
Yeah.
don't close right because this
But if
paneling. on the-
but if you ever have to lay them down or roll a motorcycle into a Ford Ranger truck,
it's bizarre. But although everything is new, the kitchen is brand new and it is very spacious. A lot of lighting.
It looks like Waterbed City in there.
It looks like a showroom.
It looks like
It's
a car show.
It is a humongous master suite.
Yeah, but
you know.
it's got a big Scarface bathroom.
Scarface
that-
crazy,
with a black soaker tub with a gold. Like it's
gold is back.
It's
I'm
like
doing all the fixtures in my house bright brass gold.
Cocaine and bubble bath.
Yeah, the shower like fixture is gold and it's like a foot wide.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
want it to
an
look
inch
like a
thick.
swan barfing water into my house.
This gold big square
Yeah.
shower head.
Every-
I'm like, what is it?
Every fixture, I want it to be a different animal barfing gold water. Like I want like a frog. I want a swan.
Anyway, $589. I'm guess like
We've had a couple 500s in the neighborhood lately.
yeah, but they're way nicer.
They
They're
are
not-
so much nicer.
They're not 5 o'clock squawking the boat.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
The 5 o'clock squawk?
yeah.
I feel like that is like a radio. It's time for the 5 o'clock squawk on Tom and Dad.
Yeah.
They didn't read the neighborhood when they did that that flip.
So I just feel like you're in the market for a $500,000 house. You're walking around, you're just looking around. Anyway, I'm gonna go that it falls at a record, probably mistake, at a $100,000 cheaper than it is now at $489. I'm going. It goes $489 at the end of the day.
Okay.
I'd like to get in on that.
This is, what is this, 2,200 square feet? 21?
No, it's like 27.
Is this without
big.
going
It's
over?
big.
Okay.
Sam, are you making notes?
Yeah, what was it again? 490?
I'm going to go a little lower than...
$489.
489.
Whether this is without going over, this is Price is Right rules.
I'll go under...
Or closest to the
Okay.
pin. We can go closest to the pin. It
Or if
doesn't.
if we're out, because then you just go 488. You know
Part
what
of
I'm
the game.
saying?
All
And
right,
you
it's
screw
closest
me.
to the pin, then.
my gut instinct is that the house is probably worth ballpark $450 at the most, but I would probably price it up just per demand in the fact somebody's going to like all that garbage. But
It's such
it's
a
an ugly house.
Yeah.
I'll go 470. And the other side of this too is what could happen is a rat house where they fixed that
Yeah.
up, couldn't get what they wanted, and they just rented it out until they can get what they want.
Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't think about that. It's true.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're gonna have
Bart's-
to rent that house out for
Well, I
No, he
guarantee
only
you-
bought it for 308.
How much do you think he threw into it? He said he put
Well,
too much in there.
Yeah, well, he's a big talker.
Wait a
He
minute.
said he put in 150, but I do not believe that.
If he
'cause I
starts
saw,
renting it, then I have some sort of strange control on maybe who goes in there. This could be fun.
Dude, that house will rent for like $2,200 a month or something.
Well,
You know,
and then if I subsidize, if I pay half of that for Remy,
Oh, man.
I'm just thinking out loud here.
God.
Who could I put in there that would
It's
be
like
It's a
What do you
shame.
think, Crystal?
I think it'll sell in the fives.
put like? There's
I
a,
do. I
there's a
think like
certain-
515. I think you'll get somebody in there.
there is something. There's a ring to the the sausage castle.
Castleberry,
It is a Maitland address. Excuse me, sir.
All right, anyway,
It looks really nice from the outside, and I feel like somebody who comes in who wasn't really looking at like the quality of it, and if they like that black and white zebra style, that might be
Yeah.
really nice for them.
I mean, if you like what I like to call like 2003 Frank Wank, like you're like who is that guy? You're like a leopard.
Well, you guys have townhomes going in around the corner from you for like what, 700,000 or something?
No, they're like 580.
Okay.
And that's crazy to me because they're so small
it's
and
built
it's,
on one weird street.
I saw
like
it.
they're
It is weird.
they're doing some bizarre things now where they like.
Is it Fascination Street?
It's right next to the Castleberry River. I go when I pass over every day.
Is it called the Castleberry? I feel like you're
It
giving.
flows through the old.
Oh, that's what Barry had to actually.
Walmart.
Daddy
parking
Roulette's.
lot.
What was Daddy Roulette's place? The back of
Calico
the
Jack's.
The old Calico Jack's
Oh,
that burned down.
my God.
Now it's a Taco Bell.
It's right.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
my God!
Yeah.
Right on the banks of the old Taco Bell in Castleberry, Florida.
Yeah, that townhouse community is very weird. There's no parking. I can't see how the cars are even going to
So
drive
can I
down.
pull my canoe up and get a gordita crunch and
Yes.
eat it in my, I think that's awesome. I will do that. I will canoe to Taco Bell and I will eat a gordita crunch in my canoe.
Yeah, they basically got this property. It's probably like what, like 5 acres long or something. It's a
5
weird.
acres? No, it's like an acre and a half.
man.
It's so small.
No, it's longer because it's long.
It's not that long. There's only like 3 townhouses on each side.
Pull that.
It is weird. Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
And there's no parking. It's just one
I don't
street
know.
townhouse side by side.
Listen, these people are just putting whatever price they want and throwing it out there and see what happens.
people are buying crazy.
Okay,
it just goes back to
your buddy Joey Mazant, who
Oh.
is in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. He'll pony up with me to go in a little bit of cash. I could crowdfund this,
Oh,
the
come on.
rent,
No.
and we could do a total Remy Bubba.
No.
It's half reality show, half neighbor,
Okay, well, then,
and you just pop in to special guest. You're like.
I'm like
You're like when Billy Joel's on American Choppers.
I can't deal with it. No. This is
It's just been bad. It's
yeah.
been
The
bad.
one
That's-
time when it
yeah.
starts getting
You got
into
too real.
Yeah, that got real for me. I was starting to think of all my ways I could get out of that.
It is no way out. That's the problem. There's no way out.
WWE pay-per-view.
There's always a way.
Anyway, we might as well go the whole
Yeah,
42.
just
We've
run
gone too
it.
far
Yeah,
now.
it's fun. I'm laughing
What else
a
you guys
lot.
want to talk about?
Yeah, what's going on in your life?
Yeah, what else we got after this? Doing any?
What are y'all's Valentine's plans?
Whoa.
Me and Crystal made a vow.
Oh, that's called marriage, buddy. Step one's remembering that.
That we were not getting each other Valentine's Day gifts because we were like, it's too busy.
Yeah.
It's a corporate holiday. Let's just not deal with it. But I think I'm gonna go against it and get
Yeah.
something.
That is not fair to me.
That's
Yeah,
what my
just
wife
make her
always
dinner or
does.
something.
Well, then, because
Andrea-
you do something for me and I didn't do something for you. You're the one who broke the deal, and I'm the one who looks bad. That's not
Andrea
fair.
always breaks the deal. Do you always break the deal? You look like a deal breaker to me because wives notoriously will say, we're doing nothing, and then I got you a little something
Put it
from.
in writing.
No.
And then she'll go
I'm
like,
a-
from Maisie.
I'm a terrible gift giver. We didn't do that much growing up, so I just don't ever think about getting gifts. And then it's the Christmas or it's a birthday. The day before, I'm scrambling to get something, and I run out to. I'm like him.
You can
know.
do a coupon book. If you want.
Yeah.
I just need one particular
Two-letter
coupon.
book, if you know what I mean. One's in the beginning of the
That's-
alphabet,
it's
and the
basically
other's in the middle.
It's basically free.
The
Like,
thing
I
is
don't-
that you and I both know that you're not going to be able to redeem those whenever you want, so it's like pointless.
well,
Turns
that's
out
the
it
whole
You know what?
point.
It is pointless. Like if you drive up to Jeremiah's Italian Ice
Yeah.
and you throw down a coupon and you're like, 1 scoop Froggy Frog, please. They're not going to go, I'm sorry. It's just not Scoop Froggy Frog.
Not
I'm not
valid.
feeling Scoop Froggy Frog. But you can have mango gelati. And I'm like, God damn mango gelati. I hate it with the ice cream.
I want Scoop Froggy Frog.
Well, you know what?
Whenever I want.
Whatever I want.
Here's
And
the-
it's not even long. It's not like it's not a 7-hour frog.
I'm not asking for it when you're closed at 3 in the morning. It's like during open
Yes,
business
you
hours.
are. You
no,
did that
during
yesterday.
business hours, which is when awake time.
I
business
asked
hours.
for 2 days ago, and I received my Scoop Froggy Frog, but my cup was not working. It was not holding frogs that day. So we had to.
I'm just
That's
saying
where it got real sad.
I'll
That's
just
when
throw
it gets
out,
real sad.
I'll throw that idea out there. It's it's a easy, free idea that I.
Well, at least you're not on antidepressants.
The coupon book started with
Also-
children, by the way, making a coupon. Like, I'll take the trash out, or give your mommy a coupon book for Valentine's Day. Somehow it morphed into Scoop Froggy Frog.
Well, I mean, like.
Well, that's
We
what
all
I
know
want.
if Maisie gives me a coupon book that says I'll take the trash out, I'm going to punt it in the trash.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, take it out now, because that's the dumbest gift you've ever given me.
You give me a.
Yeah, you don't do
A
anything.
book. Yeah. You're not even capable of lifting
You can't
the
even
trash.
properly tell a joke. Like, she can't.
She's an idiot.
I think so. I'm glad finally somebody that agrees with me. I've been saying this to my wife, and she's like, "No, she's not." I'm like, "She's a moron."
No. She can
She's
read
so
better than I
smart.
can.
No.
I know she
Amazing.
can.
No.
I know for a
You know what? I
fact.
figured her out. She just memorizes what the teacher says. She's got a good memory.
That's what Tommy does. When he's reading,
Yeah.
he's reading the pictures,
Yes.
or he's remembering the story, and then
I
he's-
bust her out all the time. I cover the picture. She's like, "Stop!" I'm like, "You can't read that, moron."
But that's how they learn. That's how they learn to read. That's okay. That's good.
Yeah, I read a couple words. I'll get the gist of what the rest of would probably say, and then I'll move on. That's how I read.
That's how you talk to people too.
I was thinking about taking you out on the boat for
Whoa.
Valentine's Day. Maybe
You
we'll
do like a sunset
no,
cruise.
we'll go to Sanford. We'll go to Hollabox.
Oh my God, right into the eye of the corona.
Oh, you gonna get her white asparagus soup?
Yeah, they don't have it in
that
yet.
means.
But I'll take you on the boat for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
it.
That's my favorite thing. Thank you.
Is this for you or for her?
How do you feel, Mr. Harrell?
I get to do all the.
sorry.
I get to do all the lines and the bimini top and
And I stand in front of the wheel.
wipe all the leaves off.
The
Yeah.
leaves. Wait, I thought it's inside now, right?
Oh, you know how expensive it is to detail a boat? My
Yeah,
God.
you didn't hire that morbidly obese man to do it again?
Don't call
come
him
on.
that.
No,
He's
Tom.
nice.
Tom likes to find listeners that literally could die doing the thing, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll hire this guy." I say, "How much you pay him? $5."
No.
That's his job, though.
No,
That's his.
he's good at it. He's good at it. But I gotta go pick the boat up and take it to my house. And I asked the place. I was like, "How much for detail?" And they they told me the price. Like, oh my God!
Well, it's just gonna get dirty though if you do it at your house because you're gonna have it detailed. Then you're gonna let it sit.
But I think. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You can you could just get it washed. A detail is like
Yeah, it's
really,
different.
really deep. Like, why don't you just ask them how much it would cost just to wash it?
Why wash
You don't
it
have
in
to
the when
detail
I'm
it.
driving it? I mean, I need it's stained and there's like
A good washing will take care of most of the stuff that you want.
no.
Oh
but
my
there's
God, we have a request from the
fungus,
Twitch chat room.
A lot of fungus.
Brock BDM, who I gotta give you a compliment. You have become one of my favorite chat room guys because he's always giving good ideas. He says, "Go pick it up, run it through the bikini car wash with your sons." That's a great idea.
Oh, the boys do love looking over there.
Put them in the boat, right? Put them in the car seat. You pull
I don't
up with the
think you could
boat,
do
you
that.
pull through the boat, and then you put them in the back, and they could just sit there and just enjoy the day.
They love looking at butts.
Yeah, naked butts.
Tommy
What does he call them?
I mean, they
Now it's just-
bikini.
Bikini.
Oh, a
Yeah,
bikini.
yeah,
Yeah,
A
they
bikini,
love
yeah.
bikini. They get all nervous when they see someone in a bikini.
So do I.
Samantha said that's objectifying women. I should not do that.
The bikini car wash.
While telling his boys, "Hey, look at the girls over there in the bikini."
They could cause them to have some sort of
They could.
weird relationship. I'm like, that's not gonna be that bad. Right?
I mean, I assume
bikini.
I have a very, very, I'd say organic, natural, healthy relationship with my wife.
Like they might grow up and then force their employee to do a silhouette challenge and post it to their
How
social media.
dare you? As time goes on, I realized how inappropriate it
Yeah.
was. It's not the 90s
Not as bad
anymore.
as the Photoshop one you asked me to do.
Well, that we deleted already from the old podcast.
Did we?
Yeah.
Who cut that out?
I'm the only one that knows how to do that.
I set it in my mind.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't worry about it. Anyway, so all right, that's enough. What?
What are you? Are you upset now?
No. We went into some sort
Went
of
too far?
territory that, I was weaving herself back out, going back to houses.
That was a pretty tight weave there.
Yeah, it was a tight week.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have a Valentine's Day.
No, not as of yet.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. It's
No.
Bart
No,
Bart
my
does.
wife's cool. She's not.
All right,
Yeah.
Sam, you do.
Yeah.
No, we don't do really
Butler-
anything.
Butler
We're gonna-
does. Butler-
We're gonna get
He
some.
got coupon
some
book.
good food.
He does.
Butler looks for any excuse to wear a vest,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like he's
That's- yeah.
he's a vestman,
Yeah.
so he likes to. He's a dress up man.
Yeah.
I used to like that too. I think I'm too tired now. The kid killed the dress up part of me.
Yeah.
You
Dressing
Well,
up.
remember
so
I
did-
used to wear ties. And I used to love
so
it.
did COVID. I feel like getting used to not going out ever anywhere. It's really just
It's
taken
like-
away.
well,
I don't know how to get dressed up anymore.
Once I went sweatpants, I realized that fat people had it right.
You went out in sweatpants?
No, I did actually. I was gonna lie to you and say I didn't. I did.
That's acceptable for women if they're tight, but not for men at all. Ever.
I had underwear on.
Yeah. That's
Well,
fine.
then definitely not.
No, I had yeah, I see what you're saying.
You're like, I'm wearing these pants because I'm obviously like to work out.
No, I was wearing them because I was lazy and I had them on and I was cold. It was when we had the little cold snap and then I had to go maybe to Target.
Did you wear flip flops with socks?
I did not. I wore regular like Vans, but I had on gray, light athletic, collegiate athletic sweatpants, and then on the top I had like pasties and an Indian headdress.
I feel like now with masks, no one could really see who you are anyway, so you could get away with dressing
I have a bone to pick with masks.
worst.
It's not fair that we've gone masks now when I have brushed and flossed my teeth as hard as I have
Oh yeah.
for 44 years.
All a waste
just
of
to
time.
have every mung face hack mouth now be able to cover their face with a mask and then not take it off, and then they can just use the excuse, well, I'm just being careful and doing my due diligence. I feel like you should have to pull it down and grin real big so I can look at you and be like, ew, and then you can put it back up.
Okay, I noticed something yesterday at a closing. The closer, she had her mask on. I'd never seen her before, obviously, so I met her in her mask.
Yeah.
She sat there and for an hour was talking with us and the client, and at the end, she took her mask off to take a drink of water, and I felt like I was seeing a part of her I wasn't supposed to be looking at.
Right.
Like I
It was
felt
covered
like
up.
Like she took her jaw off like a zombie.
right. It was weird. Like
Or
it,
some
Michael
intimate.
Jackson.
It's
it
like
was
she
an
flashed
intimate.
you.
It was like this weird intimate thing, and I thought that was so interesting.
Like, oh, you're letting me see your face now. So
Yeah.
this is a different
And
relationship.
people have like new things
I gotta get you a
now.
Valentine's Day gift now.
It's becoming like a joke, like like almost like a reveal joke thing now. I saw it in Saturday Night Live. I've seen other comedians do it where you go to take your mask off and you're like preparing for mask off, where you do like a joke,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I am this. Is
Yeah.
all, I hate it all.
Our
Oh, yeah.
trainer Michael,
hate it
I was
all.
waiting in the lobby for my lift to come pick me up, and then
We're so rich we don't have cars anymore.
No,
we had to coordinate some.
I had to leave.
I'm so busy. I needed the car. I needed someone to take the other car to pick up the kids. And he had to-
because of the car seats. Anyway, I was sitting there, and then I hadn't seen his face in a year, and then like he was like getting ready to leave, and he took his mask off because I've only seen him for that. And then I remember like, whoa, I forgot what
God,
he
I saw
looked
your
like.
face
Yeah.
penis.
It is a weird thing. Like I imagine that that'll happen at work too. If you work somewhere where you have to wear a mask the whole day, like there's probably coworkers that people don't even know what they look like, right?
I try to
Like
make.
imagine you start working somewhere during the pandemic in a place you have to wear a mask all day, and you may or may not even have ever seen your coworker with face.
I try to take my mask off in the most disgusting fashions possible. Most of my masks have a zipper in the center, and I zip it down, and then I just stick my tongue and waggle it to the left and right a bunch of times. That's it. I wear the mask thing. My daughter wears it better, though. I think kids are better at it than we are. Like Maisie will just
Oh, yeah, they
forget
don't
she
think-
has it on. She'll just roll out. Like
Yeah.
she'll wear it in the house for like 2 hours. Forgot she had it on.
Yeah, I pick the kids up from school, and they don't take it off unless I tell them to.
No complaints.
And if they're walking into a building,
Yep.
they will not walk in without it.
Yep,
Like
they're-
they turn around, they're like, "Mommy, I need my mask." I mean, it's like already.
Yeah, they're way better at
Yeah.
it, which is a good thing.
already
I
conditioned.
make them put it on when they get out of my truck. I'm like, no mask allowed here.
Yeah, you better take that off.
Oh, sorry.
You better take that off.
Even it out, you know.
I ran into a BDM the other day in the road, and he said, "I didn't recognize you without your Trump truck."
no.
Yeah, see, it's happening. That's what you wanted.
That's
what you wanted. You still as mad at Pence as you were? Like, you were red hot though. Day off. Pussy this and pussy that, you were saying?
Gotta put my feet up somewhere.
Horns up.
All right.
Sorry.
It's the Bart Merrick team.
I would like to thank you guys for having us in.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
you know, that we need to do this more. Like, I feel like since we don't get to see humans as much, when we get the opportunity to have visitors, like, I almost feel like we should have had some snacks, like put on a pot of coffee or a pot of tea.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah.
it because it is rare. It used to be anybody can come and go.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not like that now.
I'm
a good
proud
thing,
that
probably.
we've at least keeping. I mean, this is all because of Daniel. We've kept the studio standards higher. As high as we
Close.
always have.
Close.
Know,
It's close.
It hasn't fallen into disrepair.
Oh, he will.
The fish tank. The
It's
fishy, real bad.
Well, there's
All
no fish in there anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not really a fish tank. It's just a tank.
All right. That's it. And bye bye. Welcome to your BDM show of the week. We're doing this a little bit early because
Everything's a little bit early.
taking
We-
my birthday off on Monday.
Oh, don't sound so happy about it. Why are you so sad?
Well, because I originally had planned to take my birthday off so I could. I wanted to go up to St. Augustine on my boat and take my boys and
That sounds amazing.
my wife, who's here. How you doing,
Yeah.
Crystal?
Hi.
My wife, I wanted to go to the Four Seasons Resort
Mm.
at $1,000 a night and float in their
Yeah.
lazy river.
Yeah.
And I was told that I'm an insane person for even entertaining the idea of spending that much money for a 5-year-old and a fat midget to float around in a. I'm taking that word back, by the way. It's
Yeah,
mine.
okay,
It's
yeah,
my
yeah,
word.
yeah.
I've
It's
been-
also
you're
going
close
to be
enough.
raining, so it
It
would
is,
really
yeah.
be a waste of money, Daniel.
Yeah, that's what I was told. But I was talking to Tom this morning, and I was told from my business partner, who I trust, that I should wait to the last minute because the forecast is always wrong. And it's always like, oh, it's going to rain. And then, I swear to God, he's right. It's going to be lunchtime, and I'm going to be at my house. I'm going to look up, and it's going to be so much sun. It's burning my eyes.
It's going to be a beautiful
and I
weekend
could
for
have,
sure.
Yep, and I could have been there.
You saying the M word is like Barry Bonds saying the N word because I can't. I'll be like, can he say that? I
Don't know.
I don't, yeah, I'll just assume that he can. There.
Barry Bonds or Sammy Sosa?
Oh, sorry, Sammy Sosa.
Okay.
Oh, it's close.
Had to correct your joke.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, when you said Barry Bonds, I was like, he's a very dark man.
I think
I
was like, for sure.
Barry Bonds can actually. Yeah, there's no. Yeah,
But
Sammy Sosa.
but
Goddamn
no,
Sosa.
No, hold on a second. No, that's
Should have
what-
used Patrick Mahomes.
No, but that's
Yeah, you should.
always go Patrick, never go Barry.
I know. I was
But that's
thinking
why
of
we're in
Sammy
business
Sosa.
together, because I caught that.
Thank you.
Nobody else caught that. I caught that. I'm here
I
for you,
did, but
man.
I'm trying not to correct him as much because the listeners really think that we're picking on
Well,
him.
the
Oh,
joke
you're- now
doesn't
you're
make any
doing-
sense.
But
So
now
Barry
you're also
Bonds.
doing what Butler does, which is after the fact, you're always like, I knew that.
I should
When
have
he said doggy coin yesterday.
Yeah.
That's dodgy coin, right?
It's
Dodgy.
not dodgy.
What is
It's
it?
Earlier.
Doge.
Doge? Oh
Doge.
God.
Drip.
Oh, Dodgy Cat?
No.
Doja
No,
Cat.
that's different.
It's the
That's
crypto.
Doja
That's
cryptocurrency.
Doja Cat.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I
What's
don't
it?
know.
Oh, me and my people are here.
Well, what about earlier when you said intensive purposes?
Nah,
He says that a lot.
No, I do that.
Hold
I do
on.
that too.
Why
Hold
did I
on.
invite you in
I
here?
have that one
It's
too.
my birthday BDM show.
What is it? It's all intent
And purposes.
and purposes.
I don't know.
I say what you say. I
You-
say
I
intensive.
said that for years until about 6 months ago.
I don't care. And if you're a BDM and you write me and you're like, you said all intensive purposes. And I say, yeah. And my job's better than yours. And my family's better looking. And fuck you. That's what I say.
You've seen.
Are you mad at me, Daniel?
No, I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying it to the people that have written me about it before. Like, oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
the,
Well, you don't say anything. What do you do?
You've met the lady I've learned English from. She makes up her own words too. It's infuriating.
You know what? I'm going to stop you right there.
You
I
almost,
just-
almost couldn't say that one.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, when you make a post that you've made X amount of money of doggy coin,
Oh, man. Don't.
guess what? I know you're not Warren Buffett. I see your profile.
You're crazy, Buffett.
It's just you heard it on the internet, and you know. I'm kind of making fun of Travis because he told me he's like, I'm all in
Oh,
doggy
was it
coin.
Travis?
I'm all in on the dodgy.
Yeah, I'll be rich.
100% dodgy, 100% spikes. What did you want me to do again? I got nothing.
All right. So me and Crystal, we went to lunch at the old French bistro over there.
It was nice.
I swear to God,
good
it
quality.
is like being on the streets of Paris.
It was good. It was good quality.
And we were talking at lunch.
Oh, hello there. You must be from Paris too.
The guy's French.
He is.
Welcome to Casaberry Parisian Cafe.
He asked me if I ate fish, and I said no, and he literally rolled his eyes at me like he was angry.
So you
with
do
me.
not eat the pussy?
It's the 90s.
Do you eat fish?
The 90s.
The new character.
French chef.
Look. Welcome back. The fans are here. Hey, does the carpet match the drapes?
Clam.
Oh my God.
So we were sitting at the French bistro, and Crystal's like, "Hey, did you see Brady throw the Lombardi Trophy from boat to boat? Did you see this?"
Yeah, she said this to me. Yeah.
She talks to us before you.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
We talked to her. She's nice. Hey, have you met this lady? She is great.
I had to run it by them to see if you'd be interested.
I met this new lady. She is awesome.
And I did see that, and it was obviously all over Facebook and whatever. And tell me if you like. I am
You're
a
a
little.
nerd.
No, well, hold on. I'm a little.
Don't stumble off a boat. You had one shot of tequila, you
He's
pussy
fine.
ass.
Let him have fun.
So, is it just me, or have you guys noticed the difference or the way? Like, it always was a thing. I understand that, but I thought it was just a corny, easy comedian Jay Leno thing where you make fun of Florida. The America makes fun of Florida, right? You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until the past couple of years I realized from talking to people in different states and stuff like everybody in other states does have a perception of Florida, and all I'm saying is we're not helping it by when Tom Brady wins his 7th Super Bowl that they're all shit-faced drunk on boats.
He won the Super Bowl. What
I
do
know,
you-
but it used to be like up there. It was they'd have a parade.
sit
They're
in
all
the back of a
coats.
Cadillac.
Freezing.
They're being driven down the road. They're just waving, and that's all you get. And now he's like
I'm
loose and wild in
and
Florida.
they're day drinking on a boat. You'd be drunk too.
No,
Plus, he doesn't drink ever. So think about that. He hardly ever drinks at all.
Where was his mask? Come on,
Who
don't
cares?
say. Oh, really? You're going to defend him just because you're a tamp? You are the biggest paranoid person in the studio, and you're going to
He's on a
defend
boat.
No, I'm
Mr.
saying
Maskless.
exactly. He's with the same
super spreader
roommates,
of
the same
it.
teammates that he's been
Cancel
playing
him.
football with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
right.
fine.
He's
season.
with his crew. so
cancel
that's
him.
fine.
That's fine. And
But he was day drinking in
yeah.
the hot Florida sun. I mean, that's going to take a toll on you too.
How long was he out there?
I don't know.
I know all this. That's what I'm saying. It's all I'm saying is that when Tampa wins the Super Bowl and the nationwide,
Have they done this before?
They see Brady shit-faced drunk and throwing the Lombardi Trophy to Gronkowski, who's on a boat behind them.
Yeah.
By the way, standing on the front while it's moving, which is a big no-no.
We always do this.
Well, we know he's a big dodo.
No, but I'm just saying, it just the overall
I know what you're
picture
saying, yeah.
is a tinge trashier than
Love
the
it.
normal.
Well, because
it's
it's
a
water.
little bit Florida.
Yeah, it's water, and I'm totally okay with it. It looked
too.
fun.
Listen,
I agree. It looked fun, but I understand what you're saying.
Remember-
like, you go from one standard of the post Super Bowl win party to
we're more free down here.
yeah,
Florida's not doing themselves.
We're America's Key West.
we are America's droopy.
Ding dong. We're the ding dong.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Remember when
That's
Shaq rode
Little
with
bit.
Greg
We are who
Warmouth
we
on the
are.
back of his jet ski? I mean, this is not an original idea. I mean, it's like, oh, what? We got a lot of water? Pull the boats out.
Right,
You know, it's like
exactly.
Honestly,
It's
I think it started with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and then the whole they were holding the Stanley Cup on the jet
absolutely,
ski.
and they wanted to outdo
so,
them.
so now it's become a thing where if you win a series, a World Series, a Super Bowl, a championship game, you hold the trophy shit-faced drunk on some
In
jet
the
ski or
bay.
boat.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, it's a tinge. It plays into the stereotype of. It's like if an Asian person is like really good at math, and then
if
it's
we
like,
take it too negative, though.
all right.
Because it does play into the stereotype, but we also have another stereotype of being an area where you don't wear a lot of clothing. We're the flip-flop state. I wonder if maybe because we are conditioned to feel like everybody's always making fun of us, if we are taking it and internalizing it a
Take the
little
power
too
back.
negatively.
Or we're always drunk on boats, and then we're like,
I mean, we are.
The person who's going to be able to definitively say is Tom Brady. He's been up there in the cold for 20 years, and he's going to come out and say,
Oh, this is more
it's a
fun.
better place to live.
But
No,
like,
he's already said that. They've already interviewed him about it. He was saying how miserable those parades were up there.
we didn't.
And how he's
get-
like, this is great. It's 88 degrees. I love it here.
But to go along with what you're
88.
saying, we didn't get this at the when Tampa did it for the Lightning. You didn't get any people going, "Oh, look how trashy."
Exactly.
But that
So
doesn't.
it's stupid. It's like that's why I'm saying
They're
I don't.
holding him to a higher
Yeah,
standard
I don't
because
think
he
it's-
came down to Florida.
I don't think it's a thing at all.
No, it isn't. I'm saying it. I think it would be. I'm saying it's. Listen, flip flops are better than business shoes.
Yeah, but we all have cracked heels, though.
But
yeah, mine are getting bad. I just stopped.
When you
no,
wear-
mine was my toes, my big toe on the side.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, I got like calluses from playing sports and the soccer shoes rubbing on the side. I think everybody's got a callus on their big toe, right? No,
yeah, I've
No,
got.
I don't.
from just
Cracky feet.
from poor like gait.
Yeah. It's it's wearing flip flops all the time. It's like there's the professionality, one step below.
I'm surprised they haven't made better flip flops.
Well, your foot's open to,
But
it's
not nerdy looking ones. I want them to
Yeah.
look sort of like these look, but I want them to have new technology in them.
that
Teflon
like,
or something.
repels the
Stank.
everybody else's trash that you're walking through.
Yeah, I don't know. Or PP dots.
Yeah.
I have there's some chemical reaction that happens with mine that I can't figure out how to get rid of. But
I like
once
that
it,
it's a chemical reaction.
Oh, with
once
your
it's-
sandals
Stinky
once they
feet.
get wet.
yeah, once it gets in there, it's
in there for
seemingly
good.
impossible to ever
Yeah.
get out. It
Like
never can
skunk
go back.
piss.
Yeah, so-
Skunk piss can never. It's like that, it's like you could put it on this carpet, and you could take this carpet, you could burn it with fire
yeah.
till it was just carbon left, and then you'd still smell. it.
Yeah,
It's weird.
It's like you remember that MythBusters when they had let the pigs liquefy in their core.
What?
It was to see if you could ever get the stench of death out of a car if
Oh
someone
my
died.
God.
It was
morbid.
It was science,
And
though, right?
get the
liquefied pigs.
And they
What the hell?
they parked like a Corvette over
That's
in the
right.
desert,
and they left it baking in the sun.
and they let
That's
two pigs
terrible.
liquefy over like a
Well, they were already
4
dead.
weeks.
Yeah, I know, but still.
It
And
didn't
did they
make
put
it.
sunglasses on them like
Shut up.
Thelma and Louise?
But
Sorry,
they cleaned it as
Bubbles.
much as possible, as much like with they ripped everything out, like even down to the
Still
metal,
there?
and then they cleaned it with all the professional stuff, and they still got in there, like, still smell it a little bit,
You know-
like it's ingrained itself into
Yeah.
the metal.
Became part of it.
I sold a townhouse where a person had died and nobody discovered them for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, by the time I came into the process,
That
obviously
sounds peaceful.
it had already been cleaned, and like the crews were all in there doing all the cleaning or whatever. There's a very distinct smell that stays behind, and it's not the like decomposition smell, that like strong odor.
Yeah.
There's some other like sickly like smell,
sex.
some smell, and now
Isn't it
anytime
sweet?
it's
like
a little sweet, yeah. But I can smell it like in a heartbeat. Anytime I walk into a house, I smell that. I know somebody's died in there.
Ew.
Sounds like
You have to tell people.
You do not have to tell them.
Sounds
like
but
a-
if
Florida,
they
right?
ask, no, you don't have. I don't know if they
Smells
do
like
in
a
other states,
mouse
but
is
definitely not
making
in Florida.
Cinnabon.
But if I'm
Because there's
asked,
certain states like you have to disclose if someone's been murdered in the house, but not in Florida.
yeah, I don't know.
In Florida,
what
you
the
just
rules
have
are.
to drink tequila on
Anything
the boat
goes in
with the
Florida.
person buying your house.
If somebody asks me a question directly, though, I have to answer it honestly.
Okay.
So if somebody
Is my
says,
nose big? Do you think I'm ugly? Oh,
like if I like, because on that one, so they did ask because there was a spot on the floor, so like it was kind of obvious.
Oh man.
like a
big
murder stain?
No, like the wood warped right there, and it was you could just tell.
What's that big
Yeah,
blood?
what are all those chopping marks on the wood floors? It looks like somebody was hacked to death there.
Yeah, but then they asked me, did somebody die in here, and I had to tell them yes because I'm
Ooh.
How do
Did
you
they buy
say that?
it?
Do you say it loud or quiet? Do you say like yes, or do you go?
I just said
Yes.
yes. You know what's funny is I got that lead from a probate attorney, and when I like it was the first time I'd ever dealt with like that kind of thing, like death in the house. So I would call the probate attorney to ask a question or get a timeline on something, and I'd be like, because somebody died in there, and they're like, yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
I am
Every
a death
single
attorney.
right, like,
Right.
all of our transactions, somebody died, and they're like,
Are you a
"People die all the time."
skeleton?
It's not that weird. Everybody dies.
Yeah, but
Oh, I'm playing
it's
a
weird
song
in
on
the
the Freddie
house,
Free
right?
show called that. Everybody. I am actually.
And the house death seems like that's the old,
Well, if it's a house death, you want
neighbor-
it quick. You want to you want to get the body out fast.
Yeah, like but I think what I'm smelling is when the gases start emitting from the body.
Yeah.
Like that's what I can smell.
Ooh.
That's what stays.
Do they
forever.
come out of your natural holes first, or do they rip through your rotting flesh
Come
and
on,
make
Beth.
their own new hole?
They secrete through all the
Because
Oh,
it would be
Um,
off-putting if I
probably all of
happened to wake up while my own gases were coming out of my
Kinda
dick
come
hole.
out.
That
I
would
don't
be.
think you're gonna wake up.
This thing's flopping like a. Well, it's not that big either. It look more like a balloon where
Sorry.
you squeeze the edges of a balloon. It goes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought you guys to there.
That's all right. I just go where I want to go.
I know. I feel like I led you down that one though.
That's fine.
Let's do some voicemail.
I got a bunch. These came off of the old hotline, the 1-844-TOMNDAN.
Oh, I did. I'm not sure if we could talk about this on the Friday show, but I did watch that Britney Spears documentary that Samantha told me to watch.
Framing Britney.
And obviously Samantha's a pro when it comes to Britney Spears stuff. She did her
All up in it.
entire podcast based on this Britney Spears conspiracy.
It's a whole separate podcast you can get on her Patreon.
And it did help me, just watching this, it helped me understand, because Samantha's been talking about it for months, and I didn't, I'm taking, I guess.
And you dismissed me.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, they just take the public, and I'm looking at it like gambling, is you take the public perception of it or view of it, which is they only saw snippets of what happened, and then they just form the conclusion like, oh,
Well, also everyone was telling you that she was crazy and she needed this conservatorship.
We saw what we saw in the tabloids and stuff. You see the picture of her head shave with umbrella, and then that sticks in your mind. So then after this amount of time, you just remember, oh yeah, head shave, this. Did she go crazy? You don't even look into it. You're just like, oh yeah, she's crazy, and the dad's trying to take care of her. Case closed or whatever. You don't even.
Terrible.
But then you look into
you
it.
have
And
to
it's
weigh
way more complicated.
You have to weigh and decide whether or not you want to invest your own time into knowing more about the story, right? If it doesn't interest you, like I don't fault you for not knowing the full story. It's not something you're into at all.
Yeah, I'm not into celebrities or like even Britney Spears music, so I just didn't know it. I only knew what I saw snippets on the media. Anyway, so it was a good documentary and it did say a lot, and now I understand what Samantha's been saying the whole time.
Said more.
And you should definitely listen to Samantha's podcast about it. But I have a conspiracy theory of my own. Now,
here we go.
Now, with all conspiracy, because even this Britney is being held captive is a conspiracy theory. Obviously, now it has lots of proof and different things, whatever. But it's just
it's still a theory.
Yeah, and so
there's a lot of branches to the theories where she's sending out hidden messages in her Instagram. And all
that may be a far more.
I love
I
love the eyelashes stuff.
Yeah.
That's when those are the ones that I like, where it starts to get a little.
But there is a bit of truth to
off the rails.
By the way,
she can't leave without permission. She's not allowed to have phone access, internet access without permission. All of that.
Well, also, me and Crystal were talking about like once you do sign over a conservatorship or whatever, like you agree to that of someone taking over your life. Crystal did bring up a point where I was like, wow, I never thought about how much control that actually gives a person, because I
don't think anybody does.
I'm thinking that say maybe you're under duress or you're in a manic episode or there is a little, there is a mental illness in play or a chemical imbalance, but not so severe that you need to sign your entire life over. You know what I'm saying? But there's probably some chemical imbalance here, and some people it affects more than others, blah, blah, blah. It's all on a spectrum. Imagine if, like, you get in a situation. I know there was an old boyfriend, and he was trying to steal her money at one point, and they talked about that.
Sam Lutfi, that wasn't her boyfriend.
Oh, like some manager.
He tried to be her manager, but he was just a scam artist. He also did the same thing with Courtney Love and a few other people.
He looked like a scumbag.
He finds people that are going through, like, mental stress and strain, and then he tries to exploit them. He's known for that.
He tries to get them to sign over their fortune to him?
Or
he, like, forces his way into their lives, basically.
It's like the nurse that takes care of your grandpa, and then all of a sudden she's in the will, and you're like, wait a minute, why are you there?
Exactly.
He's racist. How can he give you money? Like,
I've always wanted to be a grandpa nurse. That just sounds like a sweet way to get some dough.
So whatever happened, you find yourself in a situation.
So are we officially going into this now, or are you going to save it for Friday?
No, we're just talking about it now because whatever. Because we don't have nothing.
My opinion is it's effed out, and we wait for get some new information.
My opinion is I'm not convinced
Guys,
that she doesn't need that conservatorship.
Court hearing today, by the way.
Oh, I'm not convinced of that either. No. I don't know. I don't know.
This may be like there are people who just screw their lives and nobody steps in and helps, and they just give away all their millions or they end up dead. and
well,
nobody
she is
helped
technically
them.
giving away all her millions now to her family.
But how do we know how much money she has or how much she's paying for any of this?
It's in the court documents.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's
Why didn't they say that in the documentary?
Exactly. I'm with you. I was telling both Tom and Dan because, of course, I did a shit ton of research on this. Like, the documents are out there. It's public. There's some things that are redacted, including like her medical records and stuff, but she's come out on record with her lawyer wanting everything to be out. She's like, dude, I want everything to be public record. I don't want my dad to be hiding anything. She doesn't care anymore. She wants people to see that she doesn't even want to not have the conservatorship. She understands how hard it's going to be.
She wants somebody else.
Exactly.
Right.
She knows how hard it is going to be completely taken out of it, but she just does not want her father attached to it.
So here's my conspiracy theory. What if, right? So this thing happened, whatever, this conservatorship, for whatever reason, and then they have it like this, and they start seeing people talk on the internet, right? What? Because we've seen this in I mean, we've seen it in politics, we've seen it in other where you can now start having this influence on society, and when some of you manipulate the media, well, now it's really, I look at it, if you manipulate social media, because that's a media nowadays,
that might as well be the masses.
Then you're manipulating the masses, and you also understand.
And if you control the message, then you win the war.
You also understand the masses like conspiracy theories, right?
Yes.
Because it's a lot of them are dumb,
especially if you can't explain them away.
So, and then because there's lots of conspiracy, we've seen it with the flat earth, and we've seen it with other things beyond politics and things like this, but you've seen conspiracy theories are now ripe within, the internet and stuff like that. What if they were just smart enough, like say, then this is...
Who's they, first of all?
Okay,
I need to know who you're talking about.
I'm saying, and follow me...
The camp.
Before you, and I'm sure you could blow holes, but you could blow holes in all conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah.
So before you blow holes in it...
just say your theory.
My theory
we're
is...
not going to blow holes in it. I want to hear what...
I want to hear the theory, but I don't know who the hell he's talking about. So Jamie Spears?
The entire family, the whole Britney Spears camp,
Okay.
right? And they say... why don't we we are going to eventually, maybe they're treating Britney's getting help or stuff, like we're eventually she's going to go back to work, right?
Okay.
And then but she wanted to take a time off to spend with the kids or whatever. This is all private
She's not
stuff.
allowed to.
No,
No,
stop.
no,
blowing
no.
holes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let him say that.
I'm just telling my thing. So they realized, like, okay,
because you know that she's not allowed to see the kids.
Go ahead.
But
Get it all out, and then
behind,
let me take my notes to blow holes.
No, but think about it. Behind the scenes, nobody knows nothing.
That's the
because you
thing.
only know what you're being told, and that's why. And Samantha, you are correct. But whenever, even you, the New York Times, whenever anybody says, "But we did our research," what does that fucking mean? You read something on an easy to find place to find it that's out there that's public knowledge.
Yeah.
What's behind there that we're not knowing?
yeah, there is
that. Nobody
we
can
only
say,
know public knowledge.
Like
and
when
there's
I write a
private
report
knowledge.
and I go and I read everything and I make footnotes detailing everything that I found, all I'm doing is showing you a road that I went down. Doesn't necessarily mean that everything I found is the truth.
And real quick,
that's all I'm saying about, like, hey, I did the research. When people say that, I'm like,
And
you
I promise
can read wrong research.
I'll move on because we won't talk about it anymore. But so what if they said, all right, she is going to get back to work or whatever, but so much time has passed and so much things have happened that how do you get Britney back on the world stage and with people supporting her? This does seem like a brilliant marketing ploy if you played it right, because like, follow me here. So they just sit back and they just say, all right, let's just let the rumor mill go crazy. And because it does seem like the whole family is basically not, even Britney Spears, she's not like giving interviews like, hey, I'm being held, or this is screwed up, or like, she's not. In the end of the documentary, they're like, everybody's kind of being tight-lipped about all
Right,
this.
like at the end it says none of these people commented, and basically nobody involved directly with this situation commented.
So Sam,
These
on
are
your
all
research,
other people.
because you know the most, Britney Spears, if wanting to talk to a media, that is all controlled. If she said
100%.
today, so she can't
just walk out of her house and
She can't walk out of her house without permission.
they're holding her at gunpoint.
They will literally grab her, have her bodyguards either bring
Right.
her back to her house or put her in a hospital.
So there's no.
They've done it
Can
before.
she email
No.
media?
She doesn't have access to the internet. She
Right.
has to have
So I
a
guess
chaperone there to approve anything.
She's absolutely, completely, and utterly locked
Under
off
control.
from
Okay, it just seems to me that
And
I'd have to talk.
I
to
know
Is
what-
that your entire theory? Because I want to just state the fact that she doesn't need to do that because she's refusing to work again until her father takes her off. She doesn't need publicity. She had sold out her Vegas show and then literally canceled it because of her dad.
Right, but like, what if they're planning on? I think his point, and I'll make it shorter for you. Is if they've already worked it out behind the scenes. Like they've already worked it out where everybody's going to be happy. The dad's going to, not be the conservator anymore. It's going to be this other person, or they're going to take it from her, or whatever. They've worked something out behind the scenes, and they're doing all of this, letting the rumor mill go crazy to sort of build a frenzy behind her, so that when they announce it, all of the pre-Britney people are going to feel championed by the fact that this
support
happened.
her.
And support her.
It does create a mega positive
momentum.
landing pad.
Like if you were
I see what you're saying.
But why? But she didn't need that. She was already selling out shows and selling shit tons of merch and was wanting to record a new album.
You always need more publicity. I think any person would tell you.
Yeah, like how long ago was that Vegas show that she canceled?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
2019. No, yeah, 2019 was when she canceled the second one. I'd have to look at my
Is that
notes
right?
now.
That seems really recent.
Yeah, it was.
So they can't.
She did.
Like,
She did an
during
original
COVID?
one, and then they were coming out with a second one, and then that's when her father got hospitalized, and then
Oh,
he
yeah,
had
I
her on.
remember
He
that.
was trying to force her to take medication she didn't want to take. So when he found out about it, he told her, "If you don't start taking your medication, I'm going to cancel your Vegas thing, and then you're going to blame it on my condition." And that's what she did. She came out with a statement saying, "Oh, I'm going to take a step back from my Vegas residency because of my father's health conditions."
How did you know? This is me being curious about how you research. How do you know what he told her?
That again, that is hearsay. I will say that is hearsay from someone who worked on the the dominant Vegas show.
Okay.
Someone that worked on set there said that he literally confronted her saying that.
All I know is that if you can somehow get a gigantic media publicity push, and if something was planned out, like for instance,
But why go
if you-
through? None of it makes sense in the fact of like, why does her dad have a restraining order against him because he abused her son, and now she can't see her kids without her father being present.
She can't see her kids without her
Correct.
father being there?
Correct. That's part of the
Yeah,
conservatorship.
it's real
It's
messy.
all
That's
fucked
bizarre.
up.
Yeah, it's bad.
I shouldn't have brought it up. Let's do some. Nothing funny comes around. Let's.
Yeah,
Because it's not a funny thing.
It isn't
like,
funny, and that's what I was kind of telling you this morning. I was saying, like, man, I know all the different jokes that I've made, and I suffer from anxiety and depression, and I take medication for it and go to a shrink all the time. And I started watching this Britney Spears documentary, and I do think that maybe this is my age or where I'm at in my life journey, but it wasn't as.
They are having a court hearing today,
Entertaining.
but she also there was a statement that come out that said she wants to make her own documentary about what has happened.
Do it.
Because it just doesn't. When you have a conservatorship, it seems far fetched that you are not allowed to talk to any other human. Even
Well, typically it's
lawyers
not
or-
over the person. It's usually just over the estate. That's what's so odd about her conservatorship. They have it. Jamie Spears has it both over her estate as well as her person.
Yeah, but what Tom's saying, and I agree with it, and this is why,
Like-
if there's any like friction from sides that even you feel, I want to let you know this is
It
why
seems
you
like
feel it.
she could-
It seems impossible to think that in this
Yeah,
day
it
and
does
age
seem impossible.
that you could have a woman who is seemingly that talented and bright who can't even email somebody for fear
Right.
of what? I don't even know what the X is. What are they going to do to you? Slap you, beat you, punch you in the face,
They just don't
drug you,
you
put you in the basement?
You don't have access to do it.
Yeah, it just doesn't
So you
seem
can't even
like-
walk
But
out.
why does she have a boyfriend?
Yeah, like, why do you need a boyfriend?
Who's
you can't even
the
have a
boyfriend?
cell phone. You need a cell phone first.
That
So
was
can't she tell the boyfriend and the boyfriend
He-
tell the
he
world?
came out 2 days ago and said this shit. He hasn't said anything about it for like the last 3 or 4 years that they've been dating, and he finally said something about it and said that he thinks that Jamie's a dick and he's controlling.
They caught him
Yeah,
coming
but
out of a gas
thinking,
station.
hold
or
on,
something.
thinking Jamie's a dick and controlling is not. She is literally by bodyguard not allowed to leave
Yeah,
the property
you would think
or
somebody would
talk
say that.
to any. She's being held prisoner. Like that's different than the dad's a
Because
dick.
you can't say she's being held prisoner because she's not. She's literally just following a court-ordered conservatorship. The problem is the
That's not the conservatorship is.
abuse in the conservatorship.
Okay, so
itself.
there were two people in that
Probate
documentary.
court.
The one who met with her that
The lawyer,
couldn't end up representing her.
Adam Streisand, yeah.
Yeah, but he said a few times, and I agree with this statement. He said, "You don't know what you don't know," and
Yeah.
And he says, I don't know why I wasn't allowed to see whatever document or represent her, but there's something in it that I don't know, and we don't know what we don't know. And
Well, that's just smart lawyer language. Yeah.
Well, then the other woman, I don't remember who she worked for, but she is like a specialist on conservatorships, and statement she made was that typically a conservatorship is there to protect the conservatee.
Yes, conservatee.
And so why would a judge and whoever else is involved allow this person to be held captive
That
and
is
prisoner?
the big question. That's what everyone's trying to figure out. And then
Well,
that's the thing. It's none of our business. It's none of our business.
If someone is being abused, right, within the court system. And that's what this is bringing up, is if this happens all the time, not just with, like, if you just look away from Britney Spears just because she's celebrity and now it's like being like exposed. But there's so many other, now people are talking about probate court abuse all the time because there's so much going on where these lawyers are literally paying off judges to approve shit, and then they get a cut back on it. It's fucking gross. And it's not just Britney Spears. It's just because she's got millions and millions of dollars for people to, and she's a celebrity, that now people are even talking about it. This shit's been going on for 13 years and no one's talked about it until now.
It's all conspiracy theory when it comes down to it, because there's no
But there's
one.
court documents on this shit. So how is that conspiracy?
Well, there are court documents saying that she's been held beyond her will.
No, they have
more than a conservatorship is supposed to be.
It seems like what we always come back to is that, like,
we don't
conspiracy
know
side. The conspiracy side would say, the Sam side would say, well, it's not a conspiracy theory. There's documents. This sounds a lot like maybe something else that might have gone on in this country.
Well, no.
And then the other people say, like, no. It's saying
here's where I get upset, because it's not a conspiracy of what's actually happening. What is actually happening is she has all these intense restrictions on her personal life, on her money and everything.
Sure.
That's a fucking fact, right? But we also know these last 13 years that she's been under these strict demands, which say that she's incompetent to make any decisions. She's been on world tours. She's done residencies. She's done all these albums. She was on, X Factor as a judge. She's been on national TV in front of us. We know she's not insane.
Well,
does she need to be on medication? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know her medical records. But if she can do all of that shit, she should be able to have a little bit of independence, no?
Yeah. Well, I guess
Can't
there's
she
a difference
not drive
between
to Starbucks?
a
That's
little bit of
insane.
independence. Is she being held literally captive?
Right. That's where I always.
Or
get
is it?
to.
There's a
She
gray
can't have
area.
friends come over. She has no life. She's stuck in her house dancing in circles on Instagram.
Is there, it's impossible to know the entire truth without talking to Britney Spears. And anyway,
Now her mom's finally stepping in. Finally,
we shouldn't have.
Probably wouldn't know anymore if you talked to her.
It's a mistake getting it. That's supposed to
talk
be my
about
birthday
something
show. It's been the worst goddamn show.
birthday.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that you would bring up your
shouldn't have
favorite
watched it.
music artist on your birthday show.
I shouldn't have watched it.
Here,
why not?
Because it just
It's
causes
sad.
problems.
Yeah, it's a sad
You're
thing.
yelling at me. Everybody's
Nobody's yelling at you. You're fine. My God.
That documentary didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. Right?
I haven't finished it. It's just too sad to finish. I'm gonna go watch cartoons with my daughter. Try this. I'm gonna go.
Hey guys, what's up?
My daughter. Try this.
BDM Los here. Hey guys, sitting in traffic. Just thought I'd try to call in because I never catch the Friday free show. I had a question for Tom, vasectomy related. Also, on a side note, if you want to do this on another phone call or what have you, I went to high school with Butler. Yep, Newport News, Virginia. Hit me back. Peace.
Do we need to get that guy and get all the secrets?
yeah. How do we supposed to hit me back? How are we supposed to know your number?
Oh God, I'm gonna have to go in there and call everybody that's ever called the show until I can find this guy.
Was that the end of the message?
Yeah,
I thought he was going to ask you something vasectomy related.
Yeah, but he hung up before he that's when our
forgot?
listeners smoke a lot of weed, and
He
they
got
get to the
sidetracked.
end, they're like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think I want to get a vasectomy, right? Because I was told that you can't have babies, but I was told that more comes out.
No. Well, no, just the
Well, everyone's different.
less comes out because the whole point of it is
I
that
want
there's
more
no
to come out.
semen in there. I don't know what
Well,
the
it's in there, right? But they just kill the activity of it. I don't
know.
know
My
anything
God.
about it.
They severed
From what I understand, it's in there, but it's being held against its will, and it doesn't have a cell
Free
phone.
spermies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I make jokes.
They just
That's
literally
what I do.
they cut the tubes so they'd
I could cut my own tubes.
it lives in
Wait, so
your
it
ball
stays
sack.
inside your balls?
Yeah, it just stays
Wouldn't
in them.
Didn't your wife used to think
bad
that
for you?
old cum would get dried in your dick hole? And you'd have to blow it out before you have
What?
sex?
Are you talking? I'm sitting right here. No, I was talking about. What show is this?
Tom
Can
told
I say
me
something
one
yet?
time
Yeah,
that
it's
cum
BDM.
gets dried, that you thought cum
No.
gets dried in your dick hole, and you have to blow it out before
No,
you have
it's
sex.
it's the precursory, the doggy drool.
Oh, dog water.
That you can get pregnant from the.
Yeah, you can. You can
Yeah.
get pregnant from dog water.
Yeah, I didn't say you can't. I never said. I said Crystal said that there was.
You said it dried in there, and it
Not
was stuck.
dried,
You got
it's
to blow
just-
it out like you're getting like old Elmer's glue bottle.
There's still
No.
some in the tubes. It's like when you turn your hose off.
It's primed.
There's still some water in the
Yes.
goddamn hose.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
I get it
You
now.
can start from the back, and then it'll come out of. You know what I'm saying? If you
is a
lift up
little-
the back
Yeah,
of the hose,
that's called the Ron Jeremy. I have to do that sometimes too to get it all out.
Squeeze the tube.
Let's try this one.
Hey y'all, so I've actually been listening to your older shows, and I started off with the Weiss cast shows. First of all, they're fucking hilarious, and second of all, I thought it was so endearing when Dan, you and Andrea were singing Christmas carols
Can
that
you
one
pause it?
year. Anyway, just wanted to let you know.
Did she say her name?
I don't think so.
This girl called in while I was in here that Friday.
Really?
Before, yeah. This is the
Oh,
girl
she's
who
doing the
called
awareness
in.
thing again.
She's recently. What
I
is she
see what
engaged?
you mean now.
She called in and said that she was married, but then she was comparing it was you not knowing what romance is, and then she called in to say
Oh my
what
God!
her
Now I know
boyfriend
what you're
does.
dealing with. She does do
most
it.
romantic.
hypervigilant.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
she could be like, "Who is
That's
that?
the
I
same
know that.
girl, right? That's her voice.
That's Puerto Rican
don't know.
Susan who called 3 Fridays ago."
Claudia. Was her name Claudia?
I didn't even remember
No.
we could take voicemail.
Oh my god.
When you say voicemail, I'm like, really?
That's the same girl. Watch. Let's see if she says her
No,
name.
I think you are correct. I think, and Claudia
Same voice.
sounds familiar. You're
That's
freaking me
what
out.
I've been up to lately, just going through your old shows. All right, bye.
It's me, Claudia.
So what was she saying? Was she like the wife cast?
Yeah, she's a fan of Wife.
That was
Cast.
nice. Fink you. And I'm sitting here today. So
Yeah, I figured I'd play that one for you.
You haven't done that in a
So
while.
yeah, you guys
probably
need
been
to-
a year, right?
You guys got to get on the fucking couch and pump out some Wifecast.
a
year?
lot of complaining to do.
Didn't you? Have you done it at all through COVID? Or
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, has it been a year? My
Yeah,
God.
it has
I think it
been
was
a year.
right before
Holy
COVID
sh-
popped off.
Last year was just. If I say
Yeah.
last year, I'm talking about 2019.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause,
we
I
missed a whole
forgot
year,
about last year.
basically.
I do that too. I like having more women in here, and I like an equal number of women to men. Like right now, I feel like the show's balanced, and I want it this way. You're hired.
Put Butler in a wig.
No, I have one. I have a gray wig. Butler, you're wearing my old lady wig all
I don't
show
think
tomorrow.
he's here.
Oh,
He
we don't
left
know anymore.
for his other job.
I talked to the. You know, he's not here. Really?
He just randomly disappeared.
Where did he go?
He motioned something over there. He started.
He flashed some paperwork. He's like, I gotta get this paperwork.
gotta
I'm
get
like,
the
all right, go
papers."
ahead.
Gotta pick up some more spikes.
Get out there. Be someone. That's what I tell him.
Somebody.
what
Oh,
I
we did
tell
two
him.
different songs.
Oh no! Well, you know, I was doing. I'm tying it in because he doesn't know it. She's got a fast car. Is it fast enough so I can fly away? You
What is
better
that?
make a decision.
Live and die this way.
Um,
I forgot the words.
Butler.
He's gone.
He's not
I'm
here.
just making sure because I can talk shit.
No,
Yeah,
go
let's talk-
look. He could be hiding.
Let's talk
No.
shit. Let's talk shit. The drywall does more here than Butler does.
Oh, my
Okay, there we go. I feel so much better.
What the-
I've been. It's been sitting on the center of my tongue the whole show.
No, not kidding. I'm just gonna call. Although he will never listen to this, right?
He doesn't. He's not a BDM.
Not unless
Well,
he's in the
everyone's
Twitch chat
gonna
right
tell
now.
him.
Yeah,
No,
what-
he's not a BDM member.
Don't do that.
But he makes enough to.
Or what's the next voicemail?
Her name was Claudia. God damn it.
I said.
I'm telling
I
you.
Really
think. I
good.
said. I think she got it right.
I went back through my email to check.
Bart asks me, he's like, hey, do you remember this client from 2017? And I'm like, yes. And then I say their address
Oh,
and
you're
their
screwed,
kid's
Tom.
name and like all the
That's what I've
things.
been telling you.
No, I said I've
like-
never witnessed
I'm not
it
joking.
before. I've never
But it's
witnessed
useless. It doesn't help
Crystal-
me.
Yes, it does. It seems like a cool trick.
Crystal, she told
It's
me
great for
that
clients, right? So you
Yeah, it
always
is.
remember their name.
Chris-
That's why you're a rich, good realtor.
Crystal remembers the
You
address.
need to hang out with her more.
She remembers the address of every client she's had. Did you know how crazy that is? The address, dude.
I like
See,
that.
you have like
Yeah, but don't-
How many
photographic
there are
memory.
hundreds?
No, I don't.
Yeah, but don't
I
use
don't.
it for gambling, Tom.
But I can't even remember
She's a Rain Man.
all of our current clients.
My God, you're Rain Man
That are
with big titties.
currently paying. I couldn't name them all like with a gun to my head. Not all of them, I'd miss a couple. Like, how do you remember that?
Well, their address might as well be their name in how I deal with it. File. You know what I'm saying?
Names. I can't remember everybody's name
He
either.
still doesn't know my last name.
He'll text me before every meeting we have. He's like, "Who is this?" And I'll be Brian Zimel. Big deal. Let's try this one for Crystal.
Hi, Tom and Dan. I was listening to the Friday Free Show about the terrible incident that happened with Tommy. My name's Megan, BDM. And so I'm a certified trainer for CPR and first aid, and one of the things that I teach constantly is the right way of using an EpiPen. So I'm sure Crystal and Tom probably already figured it out, but if they ever want a training or someone just to come give them like a dummy pen so they can practice, just hit me up. I am more than welcome to help in any way, because that is one of the leading causes of child death with allergies is people not knowing how to use the EpiPen. So I'm always
message.
Happy
worried
birthday,
about
Tom.
that. So if there's anything I can do to help
Thoughtful
them,
of her.
please reach out to me. Again, this is Megan, BDM for life. Love you guys.
Thank you, Megan. That was really nice of her to
Isn't that
offer
sweet?
that.
I know how to use it.
Yeah, you squirt it into their eyes. Everybody knows that.
At first, I panic and I start ripping everything off the walls. because
Then you rip every stitch of clothing off to find the fleshiest area. Then you start stabbing them, but it's the dummy pen, so you run back to your truck to get the real one.
Yeah. And then in a complete screaming panic, which
You stab both pins into your own thighs, and you scream, "This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you." In which it does. You have an adverse reaction to the EpiPen.
Although-
And then Tommy Ubers himself to the emergency room because he's brilliant.
God, it would have been like so much easier if Max had the allergy, because you're supposed to stab him in the ass, and
Oh, he's
Max
got
has
that-
a
He's so
beautiful.
beefy.
he's
Yeah,
got a big Beyonce.
You know, the last
Tommy's
time,
got a deflated bird bone ass.
the last
Miley
time,
Cyrus.
the last time I saw Max, I forget what we were doing. We're playing, and I picked him up. And he's so solid, and you know what Max's body type is? He feels like a very well-made German teddy bear. He's
Solid,
like, if
stout.
you buy a good German teddy bear, they're expensive as hell. They're like $300, but it's well-made. It's stitched right. It's got a big ass. It's nice.
He's denser than he
Yeah,
should be.
it's like it's a good purchase. You know, it's a quality build.
They're the same. Actually, Max weighs a little bit more than him. I think like half a pound more.
Who's
but
taller?
Tommy's like 4 inches taller.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tall.
And he's got,
He's grown out of all his pants. Somebody donate us some pants. Size 7s and 8. Thank you.
bird bone, saggy ass.
Aw.
And then I'll be
He
Gotta
stabbing.
get him suspenders.
I'm
Keep his
stabbing
pants
it,
up.
screaming
My
with the
bones are
EpiPen.
He does have a little pancake ass.
I'm
So cute.
honestly, I'm terrified of ever using that thing. But I tell myself, I'm like, percentage wise, I'm like, why
I've
am
never
I?
had to use
You're
mine. And I
gambling on
have,
it?
I have two
No,
of my
that's a reality. I'm like, I'm doing the math, and I'm like,
kids,
probably
though, they get into more. But I got two on my desk I never used.
yeah.
They expired.
how many? Oh, by the way, that's a goddamn racket.
It is a
That
racket.
They expire after 1 year, and they're $700 a piece. And then
that
I
guy's
don't think they still expire. It's like my wife said when she found my dead mom's muzzle relaxer. She's like, there's probably still a few little kicks in there, you know? If you take 4 of them, it equals 1.
it'll at least
I think
relax
that-
my feet.
Yeah, what's the shelf life on that?
The potencies.
What's
Yeah,
that?
and that's the way it works.
Hold
It works
on.
from the bottom up, right?
It's also, this is not a banana. Like, there's just chemicals.
Yeah.
Like, what are they just evaporating? Like,
they
there's
just
still.
they just don't work.
Last I checked,
become
hold on.
inactive.
How
last
they're
I
working-
checked, these fucking Vicodins, they're not turning brown, and they smell fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you'll be like, all right, they used to be more power, but they're like 5%,
Yeah, hey,
10%.
I'll
What
tell
is it?
you
How
right
much
now.
less?
I'll tell you right now, and there's something I'll fucking. You want to die on the hill? 75% of an OxyContin, still 75% of a fucking OxyContin, and it feels like 75%, and that's good because it feels good.
Yeah. Would you,
I hate it when people say, "That's bad." No, it's not. You ever been on it? It feels awesome.
you don't want 75% euphoria? Who doesn't? I'll take 5%.
That's what I tell my wife.
Anything.
I'm like, yeah.
I'll take
1
1
minute.
Even if it's a placebo, then you think it's working.
Flight of the Concords. 2 minutes of heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, like expire. Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got
By the way, if you take your medication to some sort of police station dump off, you are a true nerd. and like, just flush it
Do
down
they
the
have
goddamn
that?
toilet.
You hear that, Andrea?
Or bury it.
my wife. She's like, well, I'll be taking this giant Old Navy bag of your mom's pills down to the local sheriff, and I'll probably pick up a small and novelty fire hat for Maisie while I'm there. Fuck you! Give me that bag. I open it up. I start junk.
Is that what you're
ibuprofen.
supposed to do with your old meds?
I look
Turn
in the
them
Andrea
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
I look in the bag. I go ibuprofen. Oh God, what is this? I'm just throwing them over my shoulder. Like, I'm looking at all of them.
Ibuprofen.
Tylenol. Fucking Tylenol. What is it? Tylenol 5, Tylenol 3, Tylenol 8, whatever the fuck. Fuck Tylenol.
Like, who? Honestly, if you throw your Oxycontin in the trash, like, do you know how happy?
I'll go back. They're still in the house.
What if a garbage man found that? You know how happy he'd be. Like, come on, if he doesn't take it, he at least knows someone that will be happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I hope that when you met,
so it's either that or it just goes into the landfill, whatever. It's like you drive all the way to the sheriff's department. And by the way, they're mad that they even have to do this shit.
They probably take it.
Yeah, they do.
I
or they punt it in the trash.
I would. You mean to tell me that those fat sheriffs that are walking around there with their big beer bellies don't have back pains, and they're going to take all that oxycodone and they're going to eat it? They're not going to abuse it, but they are going to take it.
They didn't even have to bust anybody and make any paperwork on it. They could just slip it in their pocket.
I would do that.
Doesn't have to go to the evidence room.
I'd be a great sheriff.
No crime.
You know what I miss? I miss when they.
I miss my mom.
Happy birthday.
When they used to find a bunch of guns. This happened in different countries, I feel, but they find a bunch of guns somewhere or some sort of like cache of military weapons or something from the other side that they want to destroy, and I like when they lay them all out and then drive the tank over them slowly.
Oh, we used to do that at Kicks for Guns. Oh my gosh.
I like the old tank driving over the AKs in a field somewhere.
Hold on, excuse me for a second. I got to call into my charity event that I'm doing. I did a lot of good here. I got 25 BB guns. We're about to crush them with a tank. We were just hemorrhaging expensive shoes everywhere.
All right. What else have we got?
Butler's here if you want to talk to her. Appears he's holding a bomb.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
Here is a voicemail message. That's big.
What's in there?
Who's that for?
Brought a package.
Nice.
We just got a phone call from one of your Richmond buddies.
No, yeah. Someone who went to high
guy
school
went
with
to
you.
school with you. Yeah.
We'll tell you later.
Just be ready.
He really spilled the beans.
Yeah, oh man.
He told us some crazy.
Well, we'll talk after the show. Don't worry about it. Don't at all worry about it.
But if I know Butler, he's literally
he's freaking out.
He can sit down at his desk and not worry about it. They told me not to do it.
No, we're kidding. Just a guy that went to school with you. All right, let's try this guy.
I just wanted to call and defend Tom in the first segment of the Friday Free Show on the 4th. When a man has a vasectomy, we don't really give out a lot of cleanup. It's like kind of like wiping a runny nose. So it's a little bit different. And I also wanted to let Tom know. That's the over on the 51.5 Appalachian State, Louisiana.
Oh, these are your guys. These are your guys.
There it is.
These are your guys. So this is what Tom. If you're listening to this right now, I want you to look into my eyes. This is what Tom wants your show to become. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight like dogs to protect this show. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna march down the street.
Storm.
We're gonna
go one circle and then storm.
Storm the studio.
We're storming Gators Dockside.
Yes. Get a Philly cheese. So good.
Philly cheese for everybody.
Ranch delicious.
Mike B is gonna feed up on my desk.
He's rubbing his nose ring all over your.
Why you guys always ragging on Mike B?
He can take it.
Oh my God. That's your guy. If it were up to you, the whole show would be these guys. The gambling, my dick. Apparently, this guy called in to say that after his vasectomy, his dick just leaks cum everywhere all the time.
Oh man,
that's what he was saying. It's like a runny nose.
No control.
Well, no, he was saying that less comes out, but I did not experience that unless I don't remember from the first before and after. Like it didn't seem like it was
maybe
anything.
It doesn't come out with the same.
Are they still calling
enthusiasm?
They're
Well, that's my prostate.
No,
that's age.
I mean,
that's my lumpy prostate. I mean,
is that
really clogging it up back there?
I mean, back in your younger days, you were a regular Axl Rose, weren't you?
No. It's
oh my God.
I don't think. And again, I just make it so nothing comes out. It's just easier for everybody involved. There's nothing good comes from.
I agree. If they could do that, I'd be much happier.
Then I don't think my wife would even put her
that.
mouth on it though, because at the end she'd put her mouth on it, and then she'd just move to the side and just be like.
Air would be worse.
I wanted like an air. I wanted like.
No.
I wanted like a.
It would be a high pitched dick lip fart.
No.
Oh, it sounds like. It sounds like a bottle rocket with no report. It sounds like it hurt. You're like, ah!
Oh my god.
The tip is hot.
Blew my ears out.
Yeah. And then also traumatizing for your kids if they hear that.
Yeah, every time they hear it, they're like, ew, gross.
You're like, I heard the noise.
Oh my God. What are you doing? Knocking
Dad's
on the door?
lightsabers out.
I don't think Andrea.
Also-
have you guys ever been caught? We almost got caught one time. Andrea will.
We just do the
Wait,
doors
what?
open, and if they're out in the living room, we just put the covers over, and then they wander in. We're just
No,
You're
they'll
still
sit
partying?
there,
Like,
they're
what do you
wandering.
need, boys? I'll be there to make the next episode.
No, we just wait it out and be like, hey, what's up with your TV show? All right,
All
bye.
right.
And then they just wander away.
Tommy, you want a 4-egg omelet? I'll be right there. Hold on. I'm
they don't
sweating.
know. They're like me. They can't notice nothing going on. I
Maisie's like her mom because she'll come in and she'll be like, why is Daddy red? You know what I mean? She'll be like,
whole body's
she's
red.
like, you have pit stains. You're sweating in your shirt. Ew. Like she's always like, ew, stinky breath. Ew, farts. Ew, penis. Ew, gross. Your butt has red zits all over. Yuck. Ew. Everything about me is ew.
I
Fucking hate it.
one time I built Tommy and Max this cardboard miniature mansion in
remember
the
that.
room. Remember the
I remember the man.
And,
You did a nice job on it.
and it was there for fucking 10 days.
It was amazing.
And then finally we got fed up. We're like, when they go to bed, I'm ripping this whole thing and throwing it away because they'll get, especially Max, he gets attached to the stupid chair. This thing was, I'm not joking, 10 foot in diameter.
It was big. And 'cause you kept adding to it,
5
right?
feet high.
It had multiple tunnels going to the center
monstrosity.
castle.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's been sitting in our house for 10 days. I literally threw it all in the garbage, whatever, and like cleaned it all up. And they never goddamn mentioned it again. They walked out of the room, like looked at where it was, never noticed it, like, and then never brought
It's
it
kind
up.
of like when Andrea reads a text message from my mistress. I'm just like, we never speak of it.
But not because they just didn't notice it was gone. And how did they not notice? Because they're my sons. And
Maybe they
got,
noticed. They just didn't care.
If I
No,
came in,
Max cares if a stick, like a
stick,
goddamn
I'm
stick,
telling you.
and he'll be like, "Did you leave my stick?" We're like, "Go back to the park, get my stick." Ah, like he'll freak out.
Yeah.
So it's not that he's just,
May has
they don't notice.
May has a little of that too. The like, what are you doing with that? Why are you getting rid of that?
We're replacing a ceiling fan, and he's like, no, what are you gonna do with my fan? Don't donate it. I love that fan. And he gets all upset.
He's got
It's a
the
ceiling
hoarding
fan.
gene.
Tell him you're giving it to his giving it to like another
Someone
Max.
who needs
No,
it. Yeah.
he likes to sell things though. That's our new angle.
Oh, he's like Daddy.
Oh, he is
That's
like
our new
that. Oh my
angle.
God.
We
Oh my
gotta
God.
just just merge.
He's already at a Burger King parking lot. Ceiling fan.
He's meeting up with Tactical Hat.
Oh, speaking of not wanting to get, so we recently, you know that wooden table that I got in the back near my pool? That it's fallen into disrepair, and it got some sort of fungus in there, and it spread the fungus to all the
Corona.
wood. It was like
Corona can affect your wooden IKEA furniture, patio furniture.
wood decaying fungi.
yeah, and so it grows mushrooms, and then like I fell through one of the seeds like, because it becomes weak.
Very amazing.
What's weird is that it like all the furniture we bought the pieces at different times, but it all got the fungus at the same time. So like some sort of spore must have got in there, or somehow it got on all the furniture at the same time, and it all rotted.
So I fixed the seat that I just put some new wood. It was fine. Now let me tell you, because Crystal made me.
Let me tell you. He's
doing it.
He does it naturally.
Yeah.
He hates sideline.
Yeah.
He hates Rodney Dangerfield. Like with all of his heart, but he has become he'll go.
becoming him.
Hey, the crow was really crowing at me. I get no respect. Let me tell you, and I'm like, oh, and he does it naturally. And
Yeah.
Sam will be like, ah! Hey, we'll just let him go. Okay, sorry.
He can't help it now.
So this outdoor furniture, like obviously got the mushrooms or whatever, and Crystal, we found some new furniture that's like that poly wood.
Oh, I need some help then. I might need you
which
to
is
help.
goddamn
me, 'cause-
too expensive.
Yeah, it is.
When did like?
Here's the thing.
You
You
get
and
what
I
you pay
need-
for, man.
Yeah, we have recently started to get better about realizing our shortcomings, and we're not going to sand and stain wooden furniture twice a year.
No.
We are not going
Right.
to do that. No,
It's too hard.
We already ruined that one, And oh my God, there's something flying
It's
around
a doo-doo
me.
fly.
Ew.
We have poop flies in here?
Yeah.
Because we only flush once a day.
We're gonna save water.
That's a
here.
water thing. I thought you'd like that. You're a conservationist. I thought you'd be proud of us. I'm just trying to impress you.
Yeah, we cannot get anything
That requires maintenance.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's not. We end up spending more money replacing this stupid furniture that got. Oh God! Sorry.
Yeah, that was a big one. That's a raven.
I think it likes my yellow jacket.
I'm sending a message to another kingdom.
I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, well,
I have to live with this Monday through Friday.
It's gonna get in my
Bart,
nose.
get out of here and whack these flies out of my wife's hair.
Anyway,
Madam, sir, we need a fly whacker. Fly whacker.
I'm sorry, everybody listening.
It's not your fault. We shouldn't have doo-doo flies in our studio.
We tried. We got 10 different things. It's
have,
impossible.
We have Massey. We have Truly Nolan.
The
we've
water's
got,
so much. It leaks through the goddamn every wall in this.
That's true.
Water
it's
leaks.
because the people that live above us are, I'm afraid, the shape of water people. They are. What are those guys? They're the, what is that guy? The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's a goddamn wet market over there.
Well, that took a turn.
Anyway, I'm gonna bring it back to the
I'm
furniture.
just making my friend laugh, Samantha.
Apparently, you don't like verbal hugs.
Is that what a laugh is? Making someone laugh? That's kind of cute.
Anyway.
Anyway, we bought the polywood to replace it.
What color polywood?
Mahogany.
I like a mahogany
It's
polywood.
recycled plastic, so I like that.
Oh, God.
And the ones that you got me,
Can I pay more for non-recyclable
Fresh plastic.
What do you want to look in there?
Well, hold on. It should be cheaper because it's recycled, right?
Well, the process to get
Yeah,
there.
the process, yeah.
I think I'm paying more for it.
And you
You
don't
are.
understand that the process to take these plastic bottles and smoosh them down into small pellets and then
Yeah,
press
yeah,
reform them, yeah.
That kills the earth.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
so
why
It's all a scam.
I have the hardest time because I am trying to be more like you, and I vowed in 2021 to be better with my trash and everything, and I don't understand it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore because then I got people telling me that recycling isn't even a real thing.
yeah, no, TC and I's trash. We somehow produce more trash than anybody I've ever seen.
Oh, I don't know. I think we might be right there with you.
We have like 5 trash cans, and
Well,
every Monday and
3/4 are
Thursday,
Amazon boxes that I didn't order. I'm just saying. It's,
I like getting surprises in the mail every couple of days.
I do too.
we are buying
Like,
Bezos'
ooh, what did I order?
Not that much.
Oh,
but-
people in the chat room want an update on the lights.
Oh, the wooden chandelier. Hold on. Let me get back to the damn furniture.
You
real
just gotta
quick.
look. I'd shut the fuck up if I were
Yeah,
you.
you just got lasered, dude.
No,
You better
so-
shut the fuck up.
No. I will talk about the wooden chandelier.
No, I wouldn't.
So
I won't.
But
I'll be
It
off
looks great.
So let me ask you guys about this furniture. So this past weekend, I was looking out at the goddamn old wooden furniture.
Is that what was in the back of the truck?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I
yeah,
did
yeah.
see that.
And that was why I had to show up late
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
the dump and all that.
Sure.
Anyway, so I looked at that and I was like, well, first I'm going to offer it to the BDM page, which I always say, like, who wants free
Yeah,
furniture?
yeah. And
I said,
Come get
do
it.
not.
And
Got
then
spores.
And then second, hold on. And then second, I was just gonna put it up on Craigslist. Come get it because it's
Curb alert.
What even closer than Goodwill is Craigslist than BDM page, closer than the dump.
Oh my
You know what I figured out? You
It's a hard.
It's getting started.
And then
I'm going to the dump.
because I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, you
like
just-
patio furniture free.
No.
You just
Maybe-
take it through the
Then
field
you're
over here.
sending-
Just dump.
Maybe someone like puts lacquer over the top or knows how to get rid of wood
It's
fungus.
in the grains. It's all in it. It's not just the surface.
But I
And
can
then you're
tell them in the post like it has some mystery mushrooms.
Yeah,
It's not a
mushrooms.
mystery. We
Well,
know
I don't-
exactly what it is. And then you just
I'm not
be
a-
sending those spores to their
Why
house
don't-
to get on all of their furniture.
Why don't you burn it in a chimney behind your house?
well, I don't have that.
Get
Plus,
a chimney and make a big fire pit.
all I want to do is tell someone free, come get it. They come
Yeah.
get it, win-win situation. But Crystal's like, no, you can't give anybody this wood. It's got wood.
Throw it in the woods behind your house, like the woods where the
the
lady.
raccoons.
There's a bunch of people from Casimir who've been doing that. There's no dumping signs everywhere.
yeah.
There's old tires in there.
People ruin everything, man.
There's also no living here.
So
signs
if
for the
you
bums.
now,
Oh, really?
Crystal,
God, you can't do anything anymore.
let me ask you this: Is it morally okay just to put
Who's
up
morally?
just to put up this, like if I took a picture and say free outdoor furniture, that's it.
Yes.
And then people from Craigslist
Don't
can
ask,
get it.
don't tell. I'm with it.
Well, yeah, but Crystal's like it's.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to say it's got.
Disclose.
It's
Look,
morally
No.
You get what
wrong.
you get when it's free furniture. on
That's what
Craigslist.
I said. And
In
Chris like,
fact-
no, you're gonna give these people wood fungus, and I'm like, that's the least of the
That's their
problem.
problem.
My God, and then their baby's crib will fall apart. Like, what will happen?
No, I don't know. Maybe they have other wood furniture. Maybe they have trees. You know,
my
that
God.
fungus can get on trees too.
What if they adopted
Or-
a Pinocchio boy and he gets the wood fungus? It's like his corona and his nose falls
Anyway,
off.
so I had to load it all up in the back of my truck, and then I had to take it
You're a
all
good-
the
you're
way
a good man.
to the goddamn dump.
You
and
should have put it in Butler's truck and told him to take it to the dump.
I wanted to, but anyway, I had to throw it all basically. You could still sit in there. I had to take a perfectly good chair and toss it into the goddamn dumpster.
You should have taken a picture of you at the dump in the chair. That would have been funny. Promo shot.
We have there are 3 different pieces of furniture that we have fallen through already. That chair was on borrowed
Chris
time.
Farley lives in a van
sorry.
down by the river.
The wood fungus starts making it all,
It's brittle.
Yeah, that's how we found out we had it. Max
Just-
fell through the coffee table. And he
Yeah, if people are falling through,
Yeah,
you gotta throw
I
that
fixed
away.
it. I put a piece of wood. I nailed it to the bottom.
You
and it
didn't
was
tell
fine.
us that part. Yeah, that needs to go to the dump.
That was
I love-
exaggeration.
you guys have these epic ragers. Your kids are flying. Sounds
Table
fun
match.
Fun as hell.
Poor thing.
Because anybody who gets something free on Craigslist, you're gonna assume that there's something wrong with it, right? There's
yeah, but
doo-doo
not
on
a
it.
contagious spore.
I
I
don't know.
don't.
I
It
think
could get on the
You put a
fascia.
mask
Do
on.
you guys not get large item pickup for your trash?
I've heard about that, but
my
The
gar-
only thing that requires
I don't know who to
law, gotta pick open this.
I
My
don't
You
know.
just gotta call the county, whoever picks up your trash, and they
Yeah.
schedule it for you, and then you
We
don't have to
probably
go
could've-
anywhere.
We could have done that, but
I always find the easiest route. I
too
don't. I
hard.
don't drive anywhere
we
anymore.
had to tell Max that we were taking the furniture to the restoration store, and then so when the
Great, I can't wait to get it back. Oh, fuck.
when
Well,
the,
yeah,
no, when
new
the new
one.
furniture comes back, we're gonna say,
I
look, they
wonder
coated
why-
it with all this nice other.
Yeah.
Let's
You can
get
lie.
on the
They're super
lines.
dumb.
I wonder why he has such attachment issues. Like
It's
to
weird.
things.
It's weird.
Yeah, we don't know. It's
I don't
some
know.
sort of mental illness.
TC,
All right, isn't it right?
my mom says
It's not an illness, but
TC thinks everything's a mental illness.
Oh, dear, yeah.
Maisie has a lazy eyeball.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Oh,
ew.
yeah. yeah.
I'm like, I'm over here.
Do you want to hear this? Tommy's getting bifocals.
Cool.
He's gonna
No,
be so.
no,
Thanks for
no,
thanks
I-
for that.
I
Cool,
need-
but
I
we
need-
all know.
No, I
you
need
know he's a
one.
nerd.
I need bifocals.
My Sunday's leg brace is cool. Don't say
It's not-
You know, it's even more demeaning.
Don't say nothing.
It is
Just
not
say nothing.
the
Say,
same.
oh, unfortunate.
No, I
That's unfortunate.
love my glasses because I went a long time not having them. You still struggle with it. If you just give in,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
better
No,
life, dude.
no.
I'm getting a new pair, and that's the
Yeah.
reason I said cool.
But the
is-
bifocals.
I'm a glasses
It's
guy.
so
old
it's like
pop-up.
yeah, well, yeah, because you get that big circle
Yeah.
on the inside, you know.
Yeah, but you know what you can do with this? Because I used to
Read.
do
He
it with
can
my
read.
dad. I used to do it with my dad's glasses. This is a true story. If you catch the light right, that little magnifying glass that's
That's
in the
true.
bifocals, you can burn ants.
That is true. And he
Or
hates, he's
leaves, or
allergic.
leaves. You can burn
Well, he's
leaves.
allergic to ants. He needs to protect himself.
Yeah, he can burn ants with them. Yeah, it's a form of defense.
Oh, the bullies will love that when they're punching.
He can blind him.
You're punching my ant burners.
Oh, wait, I can burn ants. That'll stop them.
It might stop for a second, honestly. I've had some really stupid bullies.
Did you tell them that he came home with rocks in his lunchbox?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
well,
we
hold
haven't
on.
done
He like
Can I tell you
briefly
what I
mentioned
know?
it, but then didn't go into it.
Can I tell you
got
what I know
real mad.
seriously? This is true. Yesterday afternoon when we were walking out, we shut everything down. We were walking out, and you were legitimately. He was like, "I'm so fucking mad,
was so mad.
about these rocks. They put. I'm gonna fuck somebody." And I'm like, "Whoa,
What
dude!"
happened?
Okay, so
I'm like,
so
relax.
TC opened the lunchbox to put the lunch in, and on the side where the drink goes, there's like all these rocks, these big rocks, and then he asked Tommy, and he said, "Oh, Luke put those in there," and then TC walked over to me quietly, and he goes, "Who are this kid's parents?" And I was like,
Well,
I don't know.
Well, let's just
Father
say
of Luke, show yourself.
That's because we're.
Come on there.
He's like, I will slap his dad right in the face.
No, come
my
on.
God.
First, we're gonna have to bleep out the name. I don't want to use kids' names.
Okay.
on
Oh
air.
yeah, cut that out.
And then
was Lucas.
but also I.
Cut that out too.
I'll cut it all out.
Thi-
Don't worry, I'm writing
well,
it down.
this shows you that, and maybe the theme of this BDM show could be like,
I feel good on this. This is a free one.
don't jump to conclusions because immediately I saw the rocks in the side, and then I was like, God damn, because I like.
You used to put rocks
I
in kids'
put
lunch
rocks
boxes.
in Butler's bag every day. Also, me and
A little
Daniel,
heavier every day.
Me and Daniel love to put like things in people's bags as a prank. We did it to Jimmy. We did it to Russ back there. We put a tiny dick in his bag and his breakfast every morning.
It's why I wasn't able to share my true feelings about the rocks in the lunchbox with you, because you were so mad that I did not want to share with you that it is a classic that I will always think is funny. So I just kept it to myself.
When we were in high school,
plus I was bullied incessantly, so I was Mr. Rock Lunchbox.
When we were in high school, we put the frog that we were dissecting in science into the nerds.
We did it with the cat, the fetal pig. We did it with everybody.
Didn't do it with a pelican in some guy's Jeep.
We put a pelican in Brent O'Quinn's Jeep. That's a true story.
You guys were bullies.
You put shit. No, but everybody's doing it to everybody. It's a
I never did anything like that to anybody.
I wasn't a bully. Because I was bullied. I wasn't a bully, but it was probably up there with the nastiest thing. And he was a very good friend. So it was like clowning, because he was like a best friend.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You're
it was
messing with each other.
Like you only did the worst shit to your best friends. Like I'd be willing to bet that the guys that pissed on Tom were guys that like were his best friends.
Yeah, they were still to this day.
Yeah. So it is weird. I still
other.
talk to Brent, but I am legitimately very sorry that I did it, because it ruined the interior of his car.
We used to put shit in Jimmy's bag every day. And like he'd leave
so
his
what
bag.
happened with the rocks?
You know the worst one that we did? I'll share this. The worst one that we did is we wrote a woman's name on a ripped
I think
piece
it's almost
of...
got a divorce.
I did this. I won't even put you on this one, because you may have told me not to do it. I took a piece of notebook paper and I ripped a small piece, and then in my girliest handwriting I wrote like Amanda and a fake 407 number and folded it and put it in Jimmy's bag. True story.
For one day, the wife's snooping through.
Yeah, we're bad. It's bad. We got bad.
We hated our jobs.
Remember the joke line? We did a joke line for dogs and cats on our old host's office line. So when important people would call, they'd get something stupid. We were bad.
So anyway, I jumped to the conclusion that obviously, like in my mind, it was the fat kid from Child's Play, and they were putting rocks in Tommy's lunchbox with him and his other goons were doing that. And
that kid's name is Murph, by the way. And I hate Murph.
Yeah. In my mind, it's Murph, and there's all, But then I remember that same day, I was so mad all day, and I went home, and Tommy's playing Minecraft. And then I sat down and had a father-son conversation with him to get to the bottom of it. And I was like, so tell me about the rocks. And then he's like, oh, he gave me the rocks. They're dinosaur eggs. And he gave me all the dinosaur eggs and one golden dinosaur egg. And then I was like, were you mad about it? He's like, no. He's like, he's giving me magical dinosaur eggs. And then kept playing. And then I was like, oh, okay.
They were just playing a game.
I wrote this whole scenario that Murph was kicking my son down, taking his glasses and putting rocks in his, but I just jumped to that conclusion based on there was rocks, and the whole damn time was dinosaur.
But we're still gonna slap this guy's face, right?
No, it was a friend. He's like, my friend gave me dinosaur eggs.
That kid does have behavioral issues, and I'm gonna request they're not in the same class next year.
Well, that's good for him.
Me and a couple other moms have a conference call with the assistant principal.
I tell my daughter to put rocks in everyone's lunch.
Oh my God. Could you imagine an assistant principal like you had these moms calling you, bitching about all these things?
Listen, if
you're like, oh God.
My son is missing one of his socks, his favorite socks.
And he's like, oh my God.
What happened back in the day?
No, I've heard some stuff.
Back in the day, you'd never even have any communication with the teacher.
Lies. Your mother was there at the school constantly.
Oh, my mom
talking
was.
to the teachers.
She's just annoying them. She didn't know anything was going on. She just talked to them about crafts and tell them stories.
No, crafts is recent.
She just tell them some long,
they just hang out and tell long, tall tales. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
I tell you. You're making up words as she goes along.
When you talk, like people are talking, or you're talking to people and they're backing towards the door, and you just keep on talking.
I know.
A lot of similarities there.
Because as I'm backing away from my mom,
talking.
I'm like, God damn it. I'm doing it to myself. And there's a weirdo mirror thing happening.
You want to do one more? This one, I'm trying to get at all the ones that could apply to Crystal, because I did a bunch of these over the weekend.
Hey guys, it's Ben from Texas. I was just listening to your most recent episode about Tom's lack of a ground rod on his electrical system at his house, and I had to tell you that that's a very dangerous situation. You're just asking to cause a fire hazard. and probably putting your kids at risk of
Why are you
electrocution.
laughing?
Ray's laughing. Wait, what
Come on,
ground rod? What are you
Robert.
talking about?
Just want
I'm not
tell ya.
asking.
love you guys, and fucking fat titties.
So that one's still going, huh?
Oh yeah,
That's so long ago.
it's a resurgence
Yeah,
now.
he's just talking about the that big ground rod. We found a couple of them during the when we were cementing the backyard, and then I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like, we pull it up, like, "What the fuck, a giant ass spear down here?"
Are you joking?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna call the Florida Historical Society. This could be a
talking about
goddamn
the-
real Seminole Indian.
The regular ground,
Spears.
like the grounding wire that goes from like
No,
the
there's
pool?
some
It's a
sort of
grounding rod.
yeah, it's some sort of 6-foot rod that they hammer underneath Florida houses that has some sort of like ground your.
I've never heard of that before.
I haven't
I don't
either.
think that's real.
You know what? I don't
I
think
don't
that's
It's
real
like
either.
an old school thing. I don't
Yeah.
think you even need
Somebody's
it.
playing a trick on
I think
you.
that's about as real as your goddamn virus. Well, put that in your mask and fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
sure-
really kidding because I don't want people to.
I mean,
think
it is a real thing. A ground rod's usually located very close to your main electrical service panel and is often made
Well, he
of
doesn't
copper
even
or
have a main
copper
electrical
coated
service
steel.
panel. They
Is
run
it
this
big
thing
though?
independent.
Because there's the grounding. There are grounding rods, but they just like wrap around from one thing to another. It's not like a giant spear, right?
Well, you guys
Am
have
I
that.
crazy?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
you know
found
what?
a giant spear and I threw it away. And then apparently this guy
Oh,
is saying
man.
that I'm putting my entire family
Okay,
at
right
risk.
side of your new panel you put in.
Yeah.
There should be 4 potatoes with nails in them and small red wires around.
I got that. We're good.
Okay, you're fine.
We're good.
Our lights do go off and on randomly in
Those are switches.
various parts
You
of the
need
house.
grounding.
I did blow our security cameras because I was
Don't tell
I was
people that.
vacuuming.
Oh my God.
I had
No,
my
can I say how I found out? Can I say how I found
How'd
out?
you blew them? I didn't
Okay.
think that's not possible. You can explode your
it
Our
blew the
ring,
breakers.
our ring camera, like on the patio, like just stopped working, and I couldn't get the power to turn on. I couldn't get the internet to
he
connect
unplugged it
or
'cause
anything.
he likes to jack off on the patio.
No, so I guess I just anyway I left it like that for a while, but I finally decided to go back and look at like the last thing I had recorded.
Why am I already laughing?
Does this video still exist? We should
yeah,
put it
but
on the
it's
BDM page.
not, okay, fine, but it's not that exciting. But
If I
anyway,
do
it's
commentary
TC.
underneath,
It's TC.
Yeah.
Well,
He had pressure washed the entire patio, so there's water on the whole patio, and then he was vacuuming.
No, I
Yeah,
vacuumed before.
Let me.
Okay.
The floor was wet when you were using that vacuum, okay? And then anyway, he wasn't paying attention to where the extension cord was, and it last thing I saw was he's yanking on the extension
Whipping
cord,
it.
and it fell into the pool.
That's what my dad does.
And then the
Where it's
camera
connected.
dies.
Oh my God.
My dad
So I was like,
That could be on Fail Army.
My dad blew up 75 weed eaters that way. He'd lose one a year. He'd whip the cord in the pool and explode. God damn it!
That's how I realized it was just a breaker. But I thought it was a funny video.
The cord's not long enough, so I had to plug the shop vac into the green extension cord, and then I'm trying to whip some more goddamn slack.
You should be as lazy as me. I take a blower and it has that little cord. It has that little 2-foot cord. I plug that into the wall and then I just stand at one spot.
By the
And I
way,
blow
You gotta
real
get a
tight.
battery powered
when the
one.
cord fell into the hot tub, I tried to whip it back out.
All wet.
I didn't like immediately back up and let
Right.
go of the cord that I'm holding. I'm just holding a cord that's
My
underwater.
dad would let
I'm
it.
trying to whip
my
it
dad
out.
would just let it lay in there.
Okay.
He'd
you can let the cord lay in the water as long as it's not the plug part.
Yeah.
Right.
And you also can't have
Well,
any
yeah,
frayed wires sticking out of all of TC's extension cords. He's weed whacked them or something.
Oh yeah, black tape.
Or
Black
he
tape.
or he like coiled it too tight and then
Yeah,
it, over and over it
splits,
split
yeah.
and the wires are sticking out.
Hold on, but
And
the wires.
that's the part that went into the pool.
The wires are coated inside the major
Not
green
if they
coating.
not if they got weed whacked.
I'm just saying, it's fine. Listen, our dads, when they had all the extension cord wires, that was fine. And
My dad drove a driving lawnmower into his pool one time.
No, he did not.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh.
Backing it, like the old Craftsman, you'd have reverse on it. It was a bigger,
my pop chopped all his fingers off at not at different times with a airboat propeller.
Yeah, it's just
It's
things
fine.
that you did.
They sew it back on, and then you ask your grandson to smush your soft finger. That's afterwards of this.
What the fuck? I think we just found out some childhood drama.
No, there's no bones in his fingers.
Yeah, there's no bones in there. I will say that it's like
he did put his thumb through
it's
the
like a
zipper.
finger tender.
Don't ever tell people that generally.
Come over
saying
here.
My,
No. Come over
my
here and
pop-pop
mush
asked
on-
me to mush my soft finger.
Come over here and mush up my soft fingers.
It was. Didn't he say that, babe? He had no
Crystal,
bones in his
come
finger.
mush my soft fingers. Oh.
Pop-Pop?
Yeah.
He said he had no bones in his finger?
Yeah, because he cut them all off. Remember, he's like, mush my finger.
I am dickhead.
I don't remember that.
There's a bunch of tall tales. That is,
I,
oh man,
my dad's skin,
atrocities
and I'm
of
getting
the war.
this. I'm getting the my skin is getting very old men. They get thin. Their whole body you become translucent like a gecko. I'm turning into an old man gecko with the skin on the top of my hands is getting
get
thin.
all cut.
So I just use a screwdriver. If I just touch drywall, I start bleeding profusely everywhere, and everything I do is covered in blood. All my tools have blood all over them.
And your blood is thin because of the drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, a little
it's like dyed water.
My God, this smells like Mick Ultra. It is.
All right, there it is.
Done a lot of bad here.
We're gonna go around the room and we're gonna say one thing we're thankful for.
Me?
Thankful. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful that I've got a beautiful wife that has been with me for near 20 plus years, and she's a great mom and a great person, and she's helped me tremendously be a better person in my life.
Happy birthday. Why'd you laugh at the end, though?
You were the only one that laughed too, which is real bad.
Yeah.
Because that was really good. Actually, I was like, even the chat room was like, fuck, he did it. And now they're
again. If you wear shoes on the news, people, they congratulate you. Set the bar low.
Aww.
And
That's
shoes on the news to you.
The Tom Van story. Set the bar low.
Bye bye.